Hey everybody, welcome to Wither and Bloom. I am so excited to play Daggerheart tonight because I got some stuff planned. Are you guys ready?
Hell yeah.
No.
No. Garrett's just like, no. Yeah, this is good. This has been a long week. I know that some of us have had some trying times.
Don't look at me.
I'm
Don't look
sorry.
at me when you say that. My cry count was in real life today.
Well, hopefully we can take care of that for you a little bit.
That's why we're here.
I'm going to tone the music down just a little bit so we can get through a few announcements really quickly. So let's see, what do I have? So first of all, I did drop in the Discord channel this week that we're going to PAX. Now, PAX is November 21, 22, and 23. This is in Philadelphia, PAX Unplugged, and we're excited to be going there. I don't know what we're going to have planned yet. We're not doing anything official, but, you know, like one of our Discord members did mention that they were going, and I was like, let's meet up and say hello. So if you're going to PAX, let us know, all right?
If you're there and we're there, doesn't that make it our time?
Precisely. Yeah, so it'd just be cool to say hello to you, and who knows, maybe we'll run into you. So there's that. Number two, if you're here and you haven't joined our Discord yet, there is a link in the description of this video. Go down and join it. We've got some amazing people, of which I'd like to thank our two newest members from this week, Felix and Warvane, who have joined the Discord, which we're kind of like really cool with that. So welcome. It's good to have you all.
JLYM.
And then, of course, there is our Patreon, which I think is, you know, really a great place to be. I got in there today and did some of my GM predictions for tonight's game. I wrote a little article on my thoughts about what happened last week and where we're at. So if you want the inside scoop, that's the place to be. So there is that. Does anybody else have any announcements?
Boons and Banes.
Oh yeah, Boons and Banes. Let's not forget about Boons and Banes. So, over in Discord, you can make predictions for tonight's game, like who will roll with hope first, who will roll with fear first, who will crit first. And if you're correct, you will win either a boon or a bane, which you can use to affect the game. So in chat, if you have a boon or a bane, you can spend a boon to help a player, you can spend a bane to help yours truly, which I always like. If you look at the count on the screen right now, you will notice that Bun Bun Riri has a treasure trove of banes, making me rather powerful at this moment. So, go me. Maybe you want to help the players out a little bit. I don't know. You can also purchase boons and banes by super chatting. For every $5 you super chat, you can get a boon or a bane. You can stockpile them. They roll over into future episodes. And you can go to our website, witherandbloomstudios.com, and find the boons and banes tab and look up the menu of what's available. Last thing on this is on the corner of the screen. I don't know if I'm ever pointing in the right spot. It's down there. You'll see two cards.
That way.
What's the other way? Yeah, there we go. Olivia's got it. Point, Olivia. Thank you.
Over there.
So those two cards that you see up there, Minor Stamina and Domestic Kitty, have a cost associated with them.
What is domestic kitty?
Dude, I want domestic kitty so bad.
Wait, is Eric gonna give birth? If that happens?
Oh, that's so yeah, Eric. If you buy Domestic Kitty,
Pet your cat?
Yeah.
yeah, so you get a cat, and once per long rest, you can pet your cat to erase a stress.
I need that.
What I'm hoping, and I
Do I really
can't.
have to describe the birth of a kitten?
Stop.
Is that what's going to happen?
It's like immaculate conception.
Oh my god.
I have a feeling, you know, like look what Nathan did with the cat in episode
I was
1
about to
bad
say,
enough.
somebody should give me.
And
the
also,
cat.
I promise you personally,
No,
I promise you personally that if somebody gets the Domestic Kitty, Nathan will not harm it.
Nathan's character will
Oh yeah, no,
Okay,
no.
otherwise
we will
that's-
harm Nathan.
We will harm Nathan. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I can't make the players do this, but I kind of am hoping that they would name the kitty after you. So I don't know.
duh.
We will see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you out of focus again?
I think we were.
It's bouncing in
It's
and out.
coming in and out.
I set it to manual. I don't understand why it's doing that. So.
Yeah, it's not gonna focus to them if it's on manual.
Let's see if it's working.
Block the lights.
It's not working. It's not.
I don't know.
It's not working.
We'll fix it soon. We'll fix it maybe.
It's in manual.
It's in manual. You could
Switch it to
dial it if
auto.
you wanted to.
It's on the
But
left.
is it just that, or is it up there?
All right. So anyway, back to this. So if you do get that kitty, I'm kind of hoping the person that gets it will name it after you. Who knows?
That'll be really easy.
That's all.
Rabbit.com says
Also,
that After You is a terrible name for a cat.
I agree, Rabbit.
oh yeah, here after you. No, obviously. No,
No, after you.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Last but not least, if one of those cards does go and someone does buy one of those, it switches. So there are other cards to be had. Whatever. Hopefully you'll join in on that. Are we ready to play?
Yes.
Do it.
Good. Because we had some stuff go down last week. And I'm excited
Yeah,
to
we
dig
did.
in.
Yes.
I'm in a wall.
I'm
You're
so
in a
excited that
wall.
we don't have to wait 2 weeks anymore to get back to these things.
I know. It's kind of nice that we're not doing this every other week again. We're back to full week by week. All right, here's an overview of last week's session and the campaign as a whole. This is Frostbound Gash Session 4. The group as a whole is sort of on an investigation into a massive, gaping gash that has opened in. Excuse me.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Why do you have to laugh at me?
Because you said it like that.
Because you're 8?
It's gaping. It's a gash. What's so funny about that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. What's funny about that, Nathan?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
That's fine. I'm with the
Out of
8-year-old
Gash?
crew.
Anyway, this rift, for lack of a better word, obviously, has opened in the Arctic north of the Afari continent. It is growing larger and swallowing towns in its wake. They're falling into this thing. You, as a group of adventurers in the town of Kendril, decided to take up with this purveyor in the town who was working on a hot air balloon. You were lowered down more than a mile into the bottom of this thing, where you set out on this adventure to try and figure out what is going on. You heard cries coming from down in this chasm. You heard voices. And since you've been traveling down there, you've discovered that as these towns fell in, about to smash apart on the rocks, they would be suspended and stopped from destruction so that the people could file out into the bottom, where they were abducted by some kind of mysterious demonic race of over-bloated, gut-wrenching creatures. So now things are really being questioned. Like, what is going on here? So you have been heading east because you were told by Shardanan, an NPC that you encountered who lost his wife Cleo to one of these groups. He said that there's a powerful, mysterious, magical force emanating from the east. He believes that is where the source of this problem is coming from, and you have been working your way in that direction to try and figure that out. On that journey, you've encountered a number of things, one of which was a mysterious hidden door that by chance you happen to see the outline of on a fantastic instinct roll that somebody made. I forget who it was. You're welcome. You were able to open this door. This door revealed inside of it a network of caverns that you're not sure why it was there, how it got there, but nonetheless, here it is.
Facts.
You got into this space, shut the door, and heard footsteps coming. You isolated yourselves in a supply closet. And in that space, because of a very, very long decision-making process that I finally became impatient with, the doors flung open, and there are two people there who see you, obviously recognize you as intruders, and they say, call the guards. Now, Kriya's character immediately goes into the ethereal ghost form, hides in the wall. So the four of you are implicated in this trespassing. Brilliantly, you decided to,
Kill them.
well, Eric, sorry, Thisleen only wanted to knock this person out.
Yeah.
And then it was Saradwin who came around back with a, what was the spell you used?
It was
Retribution?
a hideous retribution.
Hideous
Vodka
Retribution. And then you critted. And you killed one of these people.
Yeah.
And now you're holding one. You, right?
Yeah, I was restraining him.
Vickers restraining one, covering the mouth, saying, we're not here to hurt you, as they witness their friend
Get murdered.
get murdered.
Right.
Two sides of the same coin.
Right. Exactly.
Without having reactions, would there be an opportunity to kind of pour a healing potion in this guy's throat before he actually croaks?
You mean as a whole week has gone by?
Well, we didn't get to act, you know? We didn't get to act, so
Wait,
that
a
was
whole-
that before we
Yeah,
left.
week
That was
later.
what I wanted to do, if it's an option, before he dies.
Before he died. Well, see, so I would just say, and I think our mathematician will appreciate this, there's an order of operations.
Right, so first she gets stabbed through the fucking neck. And then you want to administer a healing potion
You're
down
right.
the throat, which can no longer
Well,
swallow because it's
As the
obstructed.
healing potion goes
Pours
out the
out.
other hole.
Right.
Well, I would like to believe
you
you
might
would
actually
retract.
seal it
And the
up. I
ground
don't
is
know
like,
how,
thank you,
know.
I feel better.
I would hope you would retract this weapon, and then I don't know, would heal something.
Wouldn't you want to leave the weapon in and stop it from coming out?
Well, you would. I don't know.
All right, you killed
Okay,
the fucking
so-
person.
I didn't
You killed the
I-
person.
I can
Well, I
rule.
can
I can
kill
rule
it.
on this if you'd like.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're all making very good sense,
This is a
and I
little
think
rain socks scenario.
Oh my god.
there are
You gotta live with
arguments
it.
So this is a
for
mulberry.
Oh.
Don't bring up mulberry, man.
this. There are arguments for this and arguments
dos.
against this.
Nos.
I'm going to say that as your GM and somebody who has eternally wanted to teach you a lesson about the values of diplomacy, potentially talking to adversaries instead of immediately bashing their fucking brains in.
Right.
I just want to knock him out.
I know that.
Right.
I know that. And actually, I had planned on allowing that.
But you know, they just went for a swing and hit my friend, and I just reacted.
And I
you
think
know?
from a roleplay standpoint, instinctively, you did the right thing. You didn't intend to crit.
Man.
Between the damage that this lean caused
I-
and the critical strike that Ceridwen caused, we're at double damage on this thing. We're at massive damage. So the answer is,
No.
So,
unfortunately,
back in that old
no.
game, that's, auto death. Essentially for this thing, probably.
Yeah.
Back in the old game, Dungeons and Dragons.
Do we not say that game anymore?
It's
Say
a
that.
dirty name.
It's not a
Why is
dirty
it
name.
dirty?
It's fine. I still like Dungeons
Dragons
and
and
Dragons.
Dust?
Dragons and Dust.
So we're kind of sitting in this
you are
crazy
currently-
stillness where
Yes.
all this just happened within the second.
Well, to be clear, it's not perfect stillness because you are
Yeah.
currently holding the very rigid, shocked body of the other person
Yeah.
who is eyes bulging.
I'm with him. My eyes are also bulging.
The game to not be named.
So what are we doing?
I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is going on?
So, let her speak. Who are you?
Please, don't hurt me. I didn't intend to run into you. I don't know why you're here.
I apologize, but your friend attacked.
Oh, it was just in defense, though.
Right?
Well,
They were
there
just
was
following protocol. Volmon is my name.
Ceridwen.
Thank you. I'm not really interested in making your acquaintance at this moment. Could you just maybe? I'll tell you what. How about? No, something needs to be done about this. Unfortunately,
We don't want to harm you.
well, I think enough harm has been done. I have some advice.
Yes.
Turn yourselves in.
To whom?
The Molvok people. You've murdered one of theirs. Did nothing to you.
Well, attacked my friend.
In self-defense, you'd have done the same thing,
Right.
perhaps.
And I just happened to win.
Right.
It is murky.
Look, we were merely trying to prevent a large amount of attention being drawn to ourselves. We're trying to understand what's happening in this chasm, and
Yes, and to be honest,
when someone was about to throw up the alarm, I merely tried to knock them out. And
All of your explanations aside, none of this is going to bring back Brecknell. And fine, logic gets away. Tell me the reasons you did what you did, but there's still a corpse at your feet. What are we supposed to
true.
do with that?
okay.
Do you have a just courting process?
I think so.
Lies.
Can we make our case?
do you have a whole society here? Underground in this chasm of demonic insanity?
That chasm also was circumstantial and not something we expected to encounter. Yes, we have lived here for centuries. The Molvok people are an ostracized community, and we've taken to these caverns and grown and thrived down here on our own, in private.
Did you once live on the surface?
It's a long story, and the corpse that's at our feet is, a bit disturbing. How about somebody roll a knowledge check, because you just heard him say Molvok people? Yeah.
I could do that. Can that as my knowledge? I do get advantage on knowledge checks that involve like regions I've been to, places, information, that type of thing.
Well, places, information, that type of thing. You would have never have been here. But what do you mean by places and...
Like, I can't find the...
Surely the above ground people.
But when they were above ground, I may have heard of them.
I knew it.
They're not entirely sequestered in this underground space. There are a few Molvok, so it's possible you would have met one someplace. So go ahead and take the advantage on that. Also, Indexer, I'm going to let you roll for this too.
I did roll.
Okay. Good.
I'm just waiting for this guy arguing over here.
He's trying to get the best roll he can.
He is.
18 with fear.
20 with hope.
Nice.
I'm going to take the fear.
So
Take
if
the fear.
anybody bet on you rolling with hope first?
Oh yeah, and me fear.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Two people
right.
just won.
So Garrett
Potentially.
rolled first with hope, and Rich rolled first with fear.
Everybody's been betting on me to be the first to roll with hope, man. And it never happens for them.
And Warriors got both of them.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Well, congrats, Warrior.
That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to answer both of these appropriately with fear and with hope. I'm going to start with Vicar.
Okay.
Vicar, in the past, you had a run-in with a Molvok person. You actually attempted to have a conversation with them, and as soon as you brought up their ancestry, they grew instantaneously defensive. What you did learn about it is that the Molvok people are a cross between the Dwarven and Elven races. And when that began to happen centuries ago, probably more than 1,000 years ago, when that began to unfold, each of the respective ancestries forbade that. And so they simultaneously rejected the offspring between dwarves and elves. So the Molvok, which is that offspring, as they began to increase in numbers, somewhat through rebellion in terms of their own rejection, and also through just a desire that sometimes people have to be with one another, they realized that they possessed some of the best traits of both dwarves and elves. And so they took up underground, and they have a kind of unique ability. And this is the part where things get a little dark for you. Because when you realize that these are Molvok, you realize that the one key thing that they're capable of is that they're able to manipulate memory.
Cool.
Fucking shit.
And that's the one thing you remember about this one, because you left that night after talking to that Molvok changed, and you couldn't figure out why. You knew something was off, but you were affected by that. Now in Dexor, your role with Hope, you have similar information to what Vicar understands about the Molvok people, especially in terms of their ancestry and how they developed and how they were ostracized. But you know a few other things. One, there are only 5 known Molvok communities on Vesper. All 5 are underground. All 5 each contain more than 10,000 residents in each. These communities
So
are
all 5 combined?
No, each.
Each?
Yeah, so there's probably, but if you think about it in terms of a world population, 50,000 people is not a lot of people, especially when you know very few of them come up above ground. So to see a Molvok in an above ground city or town is extremely rare, and they would draw attention to themselves. One of the reasons why Vicar had this conversation in the first place. Number 2, living in a society underground and controlling that requires a lot of real sort of diplomatic skill. And you do know that the Molvok people are not only an intelligent race, but a just race. And they have a strange and sort of unconventional way of dealing with justice, but you understand it to be sound. Your logical brain put this together as sort of something that makes sense.
Okay.
With the recollection of what I know of the Molvok people, I'm gonna kind of like let him go and kind of like stand up and like back up from him a little bit in fear.
He immediately like brushes himself off, reaches down, and he places a hand on the neck of his companion, and he's like, he's gone.
You don't think a potion would help?
No, I don't. Unfortunately. Given all that we possess, this is not something that's even within our realm of possibility.
I am very sorry for my sister's actions.
How are the rest of you gonna... Well, first of all, there is one thing that sticks out to all of you, like, really obviously. Where the hell is Kriya?
Oh, we had another
Fuck
one.
is that kid?
She did pass through the door.
Right.
Chances are good she's hiding somewhere.
Wait, did we ever see her after the door? Like, she came back out, right?
Yes.
And then went back in with us?
Yes.
Fucking kid gives me the creeps.
Now where the hell is she?
I agree, she is unsettling.
Did any of us see her go into the wall? We were all kind of scrambling.
You were
trying to
all
hide,
scrambling. So if somebody wants to roll a check, to make a roll to see if you actually did see her go into the wall.
Could I?
That be Ooh,
'Cause
instinct? I'll
there's
do
two
that.
rooms next to each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try to go to the next room?
You can try to go to the next
Cool.
room. Yeah.
I'm gonna instinct roll that.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a 17 with fear.
Aren't you like
Awesome.
full on fear already?
Awesome.
I'm not full on fear. I'm one away, though. Keep rolling, guys. You saw her vanish into one of the walls. The
Cool.
sort of tenor of that moment was desperate.
Yeah.
And you did notice on her sort of ghostly face her own look of terror, her own look of fear, as she sort of just disappeared right through the cut stonework.
I'm gonna go over to that wall and find the flattest, least painful looking piece
Knock on it.
and just fucking like I'm gonna low key cushion my hand a little bit too. Just boom, boom, boom.
It's trying to scare
It's
me.
fine.
Drawing attention.
How far through a wall can you go? Like up to what thickness?
It doesn't
Yeah,
say.
we had this discussion last week.
Did we?
It doesn't.
Doesn't
It
say?
just says that you
clarify.
can move through solid objects.
Okay.
So
All right. That's fair.
yeah.
You do know, when you were in the hallway, you saw that there was a second door.
Yeah.
So you instinctively went into that wall and attempted to pass into that other room. And as you pop out into the other
I
space,
do like my head.
just your head pumps
Yeah,
out of the
just
wall.
my head.
As you look into the space, it is pitch black.
Oh, okay.
So there's nothing
need a big
illuminating it.
light here.
Would you like
Okay.
to light it up?
Hold on, let me check my hope. Yeah. Stand by.
You're getting there. Keep it up. You'll get it. All right. So
Okay. Yeah. I'll light it up. I do have a torch.
okay. So in order to interact with the physical
I have to
world,
spend 2
you
hope.
have to spend 2 hope.
Yep.
So you're going to spend the 2 hope.
Yeah.
Okay. You drop into the room, spend the 2 hope, light the torch, and as the space illuminates,
Uh-oh.
you are in a small armory. So the space has a weapons rack on the wall across from you. There are pikes, there are long swords, there's a couple of broad axes, there's a whole table off to one side that's got short swords and daggers laid out on it. This is all in proximity to the door you came in. So it almost appears as if this is a space for some kind of emergency. As if the door needs to be defended, here are the armaments to do so.
Herm.
Is
Par-
are there any like near the door to the space? Is that the only door that I can see that opens into the space?
The one from the hallway?
Yeah.
Yes.
And is there anything like heavy-ish around the door?
Well, sure, because you have weapons racks. There's also some armor, so there's a few heavy helmets.
Something that could keep the door closed from the inside?
There's the table of weapons. You could try and push that across to cover the door.
Yeah, I'll use 2 more hope and try to push that. I'm pretty strong
Okay.
What are you using hope for?
because I have to interact with
In order for her to
physical
interact
world.
with the physical world while she's in her ethereal
I
form.
thought she just like transformed back.
So you're just bolstering the door of the room that you're in?
What's your strength trait modifier?
+2.
I'm not even going to make you make a roll. It would not be hard for you to push this table across the room.
Do we hear this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking barge through the fucking door.
It's like
Sister,
out
can you
our
relax?
door.
You
You
have to
have
go
to go
out your
out.
door into the hallway and then in the other door.
And then after I do that, I want to go back through the wall, back towards that room.
Okay.
Like once I believe that I have kind of reinforced the door, then I would go back.
You're able to push the table up against the door in such a way that the latch and handle of the door are just below that. So
Yeah.
it seems like that
Yep.
would work.
Yep, and then I'll go back.
Okay.
Wow.
So what is to be done here? What do we do next?
I believe you should turn yourselves in. If you're going to kill me,
We didn't want to kill you in the first place. We
then
don't
you
want to
should
kill you
let
now.
me go. And the first thing I'm going to have to do, I have to report the death of Brecknell. I can't just ignore this. I certainly can't condone it.
Well, that
Okay.
certainly doesn't bode well for us, being that we wouldn't have an opportunity to present our case of justice.
Can we go with you?
You may.
Could we present the case ourselves to whoever's in charge of this? I say that, what happened?
Well, we have a way of checking that, but you could present yourselves to the elders and you could confess to your crimes or at least present your story for what happened. I would certainly like to make sure that Brecknaw's remains are properly taken care of and his family is notified. I know his mother well. She's going to be completely devastated, not to mention his brother.
Oh, that's not good.
Is there any
This is awful.
This is
what
awful.
what else is in the room that we're in?
What else is in the room? It's mostly raw materials. It looks like it was used to build with. So probably when they were fabricating the door.
Is there any kind of like cloth or fabric in this room?
Sure. There's several barrels of raw materials, and so there would be a barrel of, say, like maybe a burlap cloth of some sort.
Disling goes to that barrow.
You got it.
Barrow. Thanks. Got there eventually. Takes out a large piece of the burlap and
Of the barrel?
bends down to Breknar, lays out the burlap over them, gently wraps it around them, gently picks up Breknar, Princess Carrie style, and opens the door into the hallway.
We go.
All right.
We go.
Well, now I feel bad.
Can I hear them in the hallway
You
as
should
I'm like
feel
maneuvering back through my wall?
You're in solid stone. No. No.
It was a mistake.
Also, I'm curious about something, and this might be really nitpicky.
Okay.
So I have to think about how I want to. Maybe this is a question for chat. This might be a question for chat.
Check with that.
Sound is a product of the physical world.
So if I can't
So
talk,
if you are in your ethereal form, I'm wondering if you're even able to hear.
here.
Well, sound
Well,
waves.
I could argue the thing with talking, but I feel like I'd be able to hear. Because if you think about the mechanic with the druids in the game that should not be named, you have to do something different to speak, but you can hear. And we never
if
played
you're
it as you couldn't
capable-
hear the language.
But I think there should be,
Well-
if you're able to see, though,
Yeah.
even though light passes through
Yeah,
you.
that's the thing, is if you go to sight, then it would make
Yeah.
sense that she could hear. And I will also say that I think as a lot of these, like, first of all, this transformation
sound
card
waves.
is from the Void. We're supposed to be play testing that, right? And I would say that one of the things that's unclear in this build for the Ghost are some of these things, right? Is how do we define the physical world and to what degree?
Right.
I think sensible people will know how to deal with this, right? And if I'm a
Rabbit says, remember, you are also talking about a magical game.
And not good.
Wait,
also
what's that?
puts in-
So Rabbit says, remember, you are also talking about a magical game.
and
That's true.
Not good also points out if she
That's
can
true.
see.
But-
very likely she
Rabbit,
would
I'm
hear.
allowed to live in this world like it's my own.
His magic is based off.
I think that
Science.
speaking should cost hope, but hearing shouldn't.
But so then if we're going to spend, then there needs to be...
I think that's going to also be difficult for her because speaking, I mean, if she's going to go into her ethereal form and perform a function with the party in any kind of productive capacity. So I think what I would do then is, since you asked, could you hear them? I'm going to say no, simply because you're in a stone wall.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you had been in the room with them, you
Yeah.
would certainly understand what they were saying, and I think you can communicate with them.
Okay.
So we'll leave it there.
Okay.
All right. Sorry about
But
that.
no, it was a good thing to bring up.
Yeah. You are,
There's the chat's on fire on this. I think
Oh, really?
There's
I do
got
like
some
what War Vane says.
Yeah. And I like what Warrior says too. You know, it's Todd's world. Define the physics of it. But I mean, if you're talking about light waves, if you're talking about sound waves, right? Your hearing needs to vibrate in reaction to the sound waves. So if you're able to pass into a wall, how are the sound waves not causing your ears to vibrate and
Yeah.
register that sound?
right.
Light waves would pass through you, so it could be argued that there's leaving some type of a trace. Maybe your eyesight is diffused, but you could still make things out.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the worst pop culture reference right now.
Yes, bring it to me.
Because first of all, Rabbit.com's got a really good point. Attack or physically interact with the material world, but to her hope just to say something seems like a lot, which I agree. Warvane says, I would say can hear, but echoey, somewhat distorted. Okay, so here's my bad pop culture reference. Are you ready?
Give it to
Where
me.
am I going with this? Do you know?
I'm
I'm
really
horrified.
trying processing like on 40 different levels, but
In the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze and
fuck
Demi
yes.
Moore, Patrick Swayze in his ghost form is able to. If I swear to God, if you get behind Garrett with a pottery wheel, I'm just going to fall in love with you. But
where's the clay? There's got to be clay in here somewhere.
Garrett, you're Demi Moore. Eric, you're Patrick Swayze. Really?
Oh my god.
My God.
All right. So while this is playing out
You
and
know,
they're
we're
working
gonna-
on their pottery, in that movie, Patrick Swayze was able to see what was going on, but could not physically interact with the world. He would try to touch people,
And it
but
would
could
through.
not.
Yeah.
But he could see and hear everything. He couldn't talk to them though. He couldn't. They couldn't hear him. So that's an interesting, if really flimsy and thin.
Yeah.
Rabbit says, work in the pottery.
Oh my god.
It's better than brushing a horse. I'll give you
Now-
that any day of the week.
Now that we've
Not brushing the horse
Damn.
coming again.
Oh, now good coming in.
No, that's not this type
Thank
of
you.
channel.
Is that all we have to do for tips?
be.
Is just get sexual?
Don't worry about it.
wow.
Oh my
Done
God.
and done.
Thank you for that.
You're
Now
gonna
good.
recreate this whole
That's
movie now?
beautiful.
We appreciate you.
I'll share the link to our only rolls.
Oh my god.
All right, so I think we have the ruling on this. I think real physical interaction that has intention will kind of call it for the two hope, but beyond that, we'll leave it. You are currently carrying the corpse of one of these Molvok people, and you're going out in the hallway.
Yeah.
All right. Grab a notes.
I want to stick my head out the wall.
Just as they're leaving, you stick your head out of the wall and you see the party beginning to exit the room. You see Thisleen carrying a body. Were you witnessing this fight or were you
No.
hiding?
As soon as they right as they were coming through the door, I went into the wall.
So as far as you're concerned, you're not really clear on what's
No,
going
I
on,
have
and
no idea.
you see a dead body with a burlap
Did you do?
towel over it.
Okay.
So Volman and Brecknaw being carried, Volman kind of walking very cautiously next to you and kind of like trying to outpace you a little bit. He's moving in a hurried fashion to sort of get ahead. This hallway, which is made of cut stone, it's rather damp in here in this section of the hallway. Probably due to the fact that there are underground springs that leak in different places. But Volman emerges out into a very, very massive, large, open, cavernous space, which is where Kriya you saw when you went in to investigate at the beginning. To your left, there's a handrail that guards this pretty large drop-off, and all of a sudden you see it. There are hundreds of Molvok people going about their normal business in this space. You see groups of them down below to your left, 50 feet down, gathered on benches. One person almost appears to be teaching. You can see them maybe 50 or 100 feet away. You see other groups of people walking back and forth to what appear to be entrances to probably dwellings that exist in the cavern walls. You see dozens of offshoot hallways that extend out from this space in every possible direction. It also does not take long for the 5 of you, I should say the 6 of you, because Shardanan is with you, to begin to attract attention.
Attack.
Attention.
Typically.
No, you begin to attract attention.
I'm like
How
floating
is
behind
how
them.
is Shardanan right now?
How is Shardanan?
Yeah.
Concerned, quiet, alert, and really kind of like looking around. You did notice that upon the death of Brecknaw, Shardanan seemed to have a real look of disapproval on his face, but you haven't really talked to him about much
Can
more
I
than
take
that.
a moment to talk to him?
As you're walking, yeah, but realize that now attention, you've got Thisleen carrying this body, so you've got a second though.
Shardanan, I'm right there with you. This was a terrible mishap. I was trying to restrain so they didn't sound the alarm. We could talk it out. I didn't mean I'm with you.
I hear you, Vicar. I will say that I have some understanding of the Molvok people, and I'm frankly a little worried about this. This is serious. We came into their space and we killed one of their people.
Yes. Yeah.
This is not going to go away.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I've never encountered them before. I've only read stories.
Do you
in
know
books.
stories of their justice process?
From what I understand, they're heralded as an intelligent race of people that are just, but within their own space. I don't know how often people get involved with them.
And with that, you see ahead of you 2 very tall, gray-robed figures, large hoods down the back, turn, spot all of you, and immediately begin walking over to you. What is going on here? Who is under that? Volman, is it? Yes.
Thisleen takes a knee,
I have
withholding
no idea what's happening.
Brecknar.
So you're down on one knee.
I'm down on one knee with Brecknar
Posing.
in my arms.
Can I join that sign of respect?
Whoa.
Can I just go down on a knee? Seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Everybody taking a knee?
So this robed figure comes up to you and he's like, Volman, what is the meaning of this? Who are these people? And Volman is like, Brecknaw and I were just on a routine, sort of run of the space. We were checking on the door, as you had actually told some of us to sort of keep a vigil, keep eyes on the door. We were on our way down there and we checked the supply closet, and these 4 individuals were in the space, and we had no idea where they came through. They must have come through the door. I mentioned to Brecknaw to sound the alarm, and with that they reacted, and there was a scuffle, and Brecknaw was killed.
It was not our intention for murder. We came into this chasm with the most benevolent of intentions. We found this door. We were able to come through this door with a key that I found. And unfortunately, there was the accidental death. We were merely trying to restrain this person so that we did not sound an alarm.
And where does one like yourself find a key for that door?
Well, there was a small gathering of chairs. It seemed an altar. Personally, it felt an evil unrest in it.
Very
And-
evil.
Out in the chasm.
Yes, in the chasm. You must understand there's been considerable amounts of stress. Everything that we've encountered in this chasm, besides the screams of those that we've lost, have been adversities. Things have come after us. We have been on high guard and high alert. We have no idea of your dwellings or your society. We were merely trying to find a moment. The intention was to knock him out so that he did not sound an alarm until we could find out how we could interact more efficiently with your people.
I will say the adversity is something that we share. It was not our intention to have a chasm rip through our entire network of community. But here we are. Tried our best to guard ourselves from that, and here you are.
We ventured into the chasm willingly in order to understand it, in order to try and decipher what is happening to our world above ground.
Nonetheless, who is responsible for this,
I am.
and what is your name?
We are
Saradwin.
Disleen.
Saradin, Thizleen, we have a way amongst the Molvok people for extracting the truth, understanding the situation, finding the appropriate justice, and administering the punishment. This is not something I think that's going to go away easily, but I appreciate your coming forth. Your admissions of guilt will have certainly an impact on the respect that the community has for you. But unfortunately, we're going to have to hold you for a little bit while the elders discuss how this is going to play out. So if you'd be so kind, and he snaps his fingers, and you see several Molvok people a little bit more muscular than most of these people come off as being sort of bookish or slender. They're not warriors. They're dressed simplistically. They seem interested in education. They seem interested in, humanity. But the 6 people that come walking over to you now are built in a way that seems like they're much more geared towards protection.
Does it look like they're going to take these two away from us?
They're probably gonna take us all.
Or are they going to take us all?
They come over and they make a small circle, not aggressively, but they all come over and they surround you. You are with this group, correct? And what form are you in?
Spirit form.
You're still in spirit form.
I haven't left yet. I'm still here.
Can I?
I've just been really quietly behind them.
Okay.
I know.
Can I say, since we left the closet, I mean, probably even in the closet, yeah, you got to chuckle from that. I chuckle about the gash. Whatever.
Oh my
Pottery
god.
closet.
I will have been
Pottery closet.
taking notes because I want to know more about these people. So I will I'm in the group, but just slowly with my notebook, just taking notes. And you were describing like their living quarters, their space. And when he was talking about, their systems or their laws and this and that, I'm taking notes now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
unless they stop me, I'm just slowly taking notes in my book.
I would say just from a narrative standpoint, I think at some point, and we'll decide later, this is going to benefit you somehow. Your knowledge, I think as you continue to observe and insist on constantly documenting systems, I think that's going to play in your favor, but we'll figure that out. Yeah.
In the amidst the movement, could I stealthily I want to take this gold kind of necklace pendant out of my pocket and just put it in my sister's hand without kind of like drawing attention to it. I would like it to be stealthy if possible.
If you want to make a roll for that, we can see how that goes. You can choose finesse. You could choose
agility.
I'll allow agility, sure.
Thanks, baby. I'm gonna spend a hope to add Daddy's little assassin to that.
Okay.
Probably could have done it.
Okay. 23 with fear.
Nice.
You
So now
are
you're maxed on.
23 with fear. Yes, I am maxed on fear. I will say that in the moment you pass that, which is brilliantly and deftly done, you slip that over as if, the two of you as twins are almost able to interconnect on levels that others can't even see.
Yeah.
So you're able to pass that off to her. But it's in that moment that you do that, the fear part of this, you also simultaneously clock one of these larger Molvok producing from behind him a crate.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost as if the pendant, the piece of jewelry slips to Saradwin, and this crate comes out, boom, and he flips the crate open. And he looks at you and he's like, I'm going to need to take your shoes and your weapons. They'll be stored until you're given the opportunity to have them back.
Why take our shoes?
Because it makes it more difficult for you to leave.
Oh.
Understandable.
Disney doesn't wear shoes.
Have any of them questioned my appearance?
So
They can't see you, right?
they're...
Well, we
no.
what, like
So ethereal form
Yeah.
is visible. This
Yeah.
is not like automatic invisibility.
Yeah.
So she's a little
I'm
presence
like
of...
opaque, like
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you can like see through me, but
You
I'm
got
there.
the Jedi glow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're
Not
Anakin.
the right word.
All right, Anakin. Grab your... you don't know what that means, do you?
I don't watch. I know it.
Wow.
But I don't watch.
Oh, my God.
I'm into better movies.
Sorry.
Whoa!
You are digging a hole. It's time to stop
I'm gonna
speaking.
shut up. I'm gonna
Okay,
shut
good. Weapons, please. Shoes in the box immediately.
Fizzling puts their axe and shield down in first.
Okay.
I have a shield, and I have.
Technically, I guess my shield would be considered a murder weapon.
A shield
Evidence.
Evidence and
and hand runes. I guess that's some kind of.
Is it an
magical
object?
Brass knuckles or something.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
you can add those to the.
Yeah, I'm going to take my boots off that have my swords attached to them, and then I'm going to take the longbow off my back and put it in the bin and call it a day.
You that. Items in the box, please.
I'm putting my longsword and my dual staff in together. And then my boots. You notice Saradwin's just like 2 or 3 inches shorter than you've always known her.
Got them platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, sorry. All right.
It's so random, J-Man. I love it.
I would never turn down a free burrito
Never.
from my folks. Sorry.
Welcome, J-Man.
It is Taco Tuesday.
We need to start doing that.
That would be sick.
Yes.
Ooh.
Mix it up from Chinese.
You get finished removing your shoes, placing all of your objects and items, weapons in the boxes. And with that, this group of Molvok, this crew of guards, gestures to you and they're like, follow us. And they begin to move along. They're counting you in this. It's almost as if, oddly, they're not entirely surprised by your presence. You're not an oddity, it seems, to them. So you follow. The 6 of them have you surrounded, and you begin moving. As you walk, you leave behind Brecknaw's body on the ground with the burlap wrap over it. You see a couple of other elders, just as you're leaving the space. A couple of other elders emerge, bend down, and begin to tend to Brecknaw. You notice that they're preparing to pick him up and probably move him. It takes about 7 minutes to walk through these cut stone halls. You basically run the entire circumference of this round room, and one of the far offshoot tunnels on the farthest reach of the room, you turn down. And this tunnel is a little bit more damp, and it seems to descend. And as you're descending, you can almost feel the air of this space pushing past you. There's a mildewy, kind of almost fungal smell on the air. It's something that's been present the entire time, but in this space, with the way the wind is moving by you, it seems to be ever so slightly larger.
Is there any water anywhere around? You mentioned that it felt damper.
You don't see any, like, sources of water right now. Now, back up a few steps. In that very large, open, cavernous space, down in the very center of that room, there was what appeared to be like a fountain. It was a round pool, about 10 feet in diameter, in the center of which was a spire that came up, and there was just water running down the spire and very gently affecting the pool. But beyond that, you haven't seen any streams, waterfalls, anything of that nature yet. 7 minutes later, and moving down this hallway, you arrive at a very long straight hallway that has a whole series of small rooms that are barred off. There are heavy iron bar doors, like jail cells. And one of these Molvok that's leading you reaches into a pouch on his belt, pulls out a whole series of keys on a small leather rope, and just begins unlocking doors. And he's like, "We could put 2 or 3 of you in each one. Take your pick."
I'll stay with my sister.
All right, you two. There. The rest of you?
Cat curls up around Dexter.
Okay.
3 of
What
you?
happens when you hide in walls?
So you wind up in...
You get picked last for kickball.
Whoa.
You wind up in 2
You guys
cells.
Still hate me.
You wind up in 2 cells.
Can you get like a really creepy cellmate?
And with that, they close the doors behind you and lock them. And
What about Chardanin?
Chardanin would go in with the 2 of you.
With the girl.
Are
With
there
the girls.
Bars on
The
these
girls.
doors?
Yes, they're iron bars. So you're occupying 2... They're about 10 foot by 10 foot cells. It's very easy to get 3 of you into each of those spaces.
What should be the process?
Are you talking to me?
I'm looking right at you, yes.
Sassy pants.
Good.
Sorry.
Smart mouth's going to get you places.
No, I don't have a smart mouth. I'm just, I'm very logical. I'm sorry.
Right. The process will be as follows. The elders will probably hold a meeting, perhaps this evening, perhaps first thing tomorrow morning. If it goes to tomorrow morning, you'll be fed this evening. Beyond that, they'll decide what the next steps are. It is likely that you will be brought before the Wall of Memory, where we will figure out exactly what happened. And then once we have that in our possession and we've processed the evidence, there'll be a trial.
How long do you think this whole process might take?
Not easy to say exactly. It depends on how quickly the elders move. Sometimes they like to be incredibly thorough with their information in an attempt to be fair. You do want them to be fair, right?
Right. Could I just insist to put myself in front of the Wall of Memory, whatever this is, if that would just, like, you know, speed up the process? You know, I basically just give you rights to my mind. You see what happened? Because we're on a tight timeline here. I'm sure you're familiar with the giant hole in the earth. We're trying to figure out what it is and how to stop it. That's why we're down here in the first place. And shit happened. So if that gets worse, we're your people to go back out and try to solve that.
We have been saving lives.
We
We're
have
trying
been.
to.
A lot
Trying
of
to.
lives. Do you know who the Plague Father is?
Take it easy.
Oh my
Take it easy, maybe.
Blight, the blight.
The Blight Father? Thank you.
The plague father.
I
Dump it all out.
don't know a lot of what you're talking about, but I'll pass all of your thoughts on to the elders as soon as I get back.
We've taken out the big, moist men.
The ones that dart around like shoo, 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 shoo.
Very strong.
fleas.
Very
with the chain.
odd. I think I have
And
worms
the
in
large
me.
ones, yes.
Oh my god, everybody shut up.
I'm gonna go now.
All right.
We'll see you this evening with food, depending on how things go.
Thank you.
And he kind of twirls the ring of keys around on his finger and shoves them in the bag on his pocket. He nods to the other 5, and they disappear up the hallway.
I want to look at what you gave me.
They're gone.
They're gone. This would be a good time for you to plan out scenes, talk to each other, figure out things. I'm willing to offer information if it is helpful.
So this is
What
like that
happened?
Yeah.
because you're angry.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just it's a precautionary measure. I mean, I'll take
Yeah.
a scene with my sister, of course.
I would love that.
Maybe let's say like some time has gone by. We're both laying
I'm-
on the floor.
Once he's gone and it's us in the cell and Chardin, I'm kind of just like, go to the other side of the cell. I'd say maybe we spend like 30 minutes awkwardly avoiding the subject.
And then I'm going to come up to you very closely and just sit on my knees in front of you.
So, clearly you gave me this for a reason,
Yes,
right?
I did.
So,
You know
what?
the reason.
I know.
Things might get bad down here. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm worried. That's it.
Worried.
Well, sister, you are a bit impulsive sometimes, and up on the surface we can handle this, right? There isn't much that we can't handle together, but down here things are a little bit beyond our control, and I'm worried that it might get out of hand, and if something threatens your life, I can't say what won't come out of me, so...
Okay. So, you're not angry still about me talking to other gods and
Well, if
killing
you want
that
to, if you want to cross that
dude?
bridge at the moment, we can do that. I'm still harboring feelings about that.
Okay.
Why did you do that? Especially with a god so evil as this one, so unholy.
I kind of just want to know the evil that I'm fighting to fight it better.
Yes, but when you directly communicate with said evil, you're putting yourself in its crosshairs.
So, I mean, we're in evil spot, and we've since moved.
But
So the trace is gone.
are you proud of your actions?
That I got some decent information and insight out of that? Yeah. I think it was worthwhile.
Is Avaris proud of your actions?
I don't know, I haven't checked in, but it's not the first time that I've, like, spoken to other beings
What?
to get insight around the... Yeah, I mean, Ivaris...
You speak to other beings a lot?
not
prayer?
frequently. It's not prayer. It's just opening a channel to ask a question and see a question back. I see prayer as like a moment of reverence to something greater. I don't...
I just have to take this in for a second.
It's not that I worship these other gods. I don't. I just want to know what they know about
To prayer,
the world.
to communicate, is to worship. One cannot do one and not do the other at the same time.
I'm not worshiping. I think we just have fundamentally different understandings of what...
Well, we both grew up in the
What-
same church. We both heard the same stories. We both learned the same things. So I don't know how we're having fundamental disagreements at the moment.
Well, I mean, we have different lived experiences.
We do walk different paths.
And we remember different things from our background.
Sister, I am worried. I'm not angry. It's because I care.
I think you don't have to worry. The only thing you have to worry about is, yes, me being too reckless and potentially putting myself in danger. But as far as straying from the path of Ivaris, no fucking shot.
Well, I think that we are already starting out with a disadvantage, so I guess we're always kind of making it up to him anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
I just worry about you, and I would like you to be a little safer.
Listen, really the way that we're making it up to him is by not acting on our natural impulses and controlling them as much as we can.
Yes.
And actively fighting evil helps that case because we're not perfect all the time.
No, we're not, and I'm not angry with you for what you did back there. You are protective, and that is a quality that is to be appreciated.
No, that's not to say that being reckless is always good, because it's gotten us here and slowed us down significantly. But
Yes. Are you okay with what happened?
honestly, it hasn't really sunk in, because this is still just fucking surreal.
Mm-hmm.
That it's like all death and danger and terror, and then it's like, normal people just beyond a door. You
Yes,
know?
they did. It did sneak up on us very quickly.
Very, very quickly.
We were used to big, moist, dangerous men,
Yeah, and
and then there's nicely dressed,
then
classy people with intelligence.
yeah,
Came out of nowhere.
and then there's the fucking cloud of sucking the life out of you, or whatever the fuck that is.
The cloud of sucking the life out of you.
Yeah.
What are you referring
The
to?
fucking light father.
Oh, well, that is a different discussion altogether. That was scary.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I mean,
So many tentacles. Writhing.
yeah,
Disgusting.
there's a lot of tentacles. But by the way, when is your next
Colonoscopy.
no. Your next turning.
Tentanoscopy.
Well,
Do you think it's gonna happen?
I don't
down
know
here?
if the moon penetrates down here, so we'll see.
I don't think it does.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Let's try to get through this.
Thank you.
Okay.
What about the rest of you?
Hey,
Did we is this just bars?
Bars.
Like they're right next to us?
So they're next to you. You're
Or
separate.
are they
No,
stone cells?
there's stone. There's stone cells. There's bars on the front that lead to the hallway. You can hear them. They're right there.
Okay.
I still don't know what's going on with this spooky one over here. But
Thizleen's been kind of sitting, perched, straight-legged, tail wrapped around, half listening to the conversation in the cell next, but also kind of just staring over at you and your little form.
I'm floating. I'm not not sitting or standing. I'm like hovering.
It's kind of like when an animal looks at something that they can't really... They know it's there. Maybe nobody else knows it's there. But they're fixated on it.
Can I how thick are these walls between the cells?
I mean, 2 courses of stone, 18 inches, maybe 20 inches. Not nearly as thick as the one that you were in before.
Does it sound like they're sitting up against the wall behind me?
Sure.
I want to stick my hand through the wall. And
Please stop.
whoever is there.
What are you doing?
You find Vicar's head.
can I grab you?
Oh
Well,
god.
but remember, you can't physically interact. So Vicar, you're putting your hand through Vicar's head.
Is this like a Harry Potter scenario where they feel cold?
Oh, that could be interesting.
There might be a sensation.
That could be cool.
I don't like that.
You get a little chill up your spine.
Little creep. Why are you doing this?
Yeah, but do you know it's her?
I don't know. If
Yes,
How
I
do
know
you
that
know?
hand. I've seen that hand before. I know what you're doing. Why are you doing it?
I'll bring it back through the wall.
That's what I thought. Are you going to stay in your cell,
We're
even though
just
you can
sitting there
leave?
watching this.
No.
Where are you going to go?
I don't know.
Well, maybe we should talk it out. Maybe don't go anywhere. Don't make it worse.
Just can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
In terms of my time, the 2 of you said you were laying on the floor. Some time had gone by. Can you give me an idea of how much time went by? And just in
Say an hour went by before we talked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just
And then
processing
this
for an
kind
hour.
of happened right after it.
Yeah. Okay. Just checking.
And I'm kind of now like at the edge of the bar, kind of talking into this creep.
That's so mean. Bully. You're a bully.
Maybe just stay in your cage.
Cage.
If they find
That
you.
makes me want to do it less.
Okay. Maybe Fizzline is better at speaking to this one.
Hey, do you want to like chat? You seem pretty bored.
I'm very bored.
You're very bored. Do you want to come have a seat?
Somebody roll an instinct check for me. Somebody who's not currently interacting in Dex or...
As he shook his head, no.
It's fun.
It's because you don't want it.
I'll do it.
Makes us want you want it.
Uh-oh.
I'm spending a fear for this, by the way.
Great.
It's a bomb.
It's only a
Pipe
9.
bomb blows up
It's what?
the jail.
It's only a 9
It's only a 9
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
with hope.
with hope. So the reason that you sort of had this moment where you thought to glance around, because it's really what prompted that move, is there's got to be 24 holding cells down here. And most of them are dark. Are you the only ones?
Were we?
I mean, that's my guess, right?
Maybe the little.
Your roll wasn't high enough to ascertain whether there's anybody else in these cells because, first of all, your peripheral vision's totally cut off. The cell across from you appears to be empty. And you could probably see 3 cells across from you, just given the sort of range of vision that you have. They all appear to be empty, but they continue down the hallway for quite a ways.
Little one. Since you seem bored enough to be pushing through walls, perhaps they can put some use to that and see what our immediate surroundings could tell. Is there anyone else in these cells?
Is it dark in here?
Yes.
Very dark.
Well, not very dark. It's not pitch black, but there are just a couple of oil lanterns in the hallway that give a dim light to the space.
Okay.
Because of the way they sit on the outside of the wall, that light does not penetrate all the way into the cell, but it does offer just enough ambient light to...
Make out a
From
shape.
where you are in your cell, it's almost impossible to see the back of the cell across the way,
Okay.
but you can see in the first few feet.
And do we know if there's like guards down the hall? Like,
You've been listening and you haven't really heard much of anything. It's been, other than the sound of the air in the tunnel, it's quiet.
If you wouldn't mind.
Don't have to ask me twice. I'm gonna slip through the bars.
Okay, well, you can do that with ease.
Yeah.
Are you going further down the hall and looking?
Yeah.
And are you going, how are you doing this? You just
Like a little zigzaggy.
Are you going through the cells, going in and out through the
No. So I want to get like the first
Zigzaggy?
initial pass, see if I see anything, and then maybe I'll be more in depth on my way back.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay.
So like the first pass is kind of like, instead of going straight down the hallway, it's almost like
You're in the hall, but moving back and forth.
to like, yeah.
Sure. And then you said once you get down the hall, the second pass is going to be...
If I don't see anything and I'm like really wanting to know if there's like people like in the back corners, maybe I'll go in.
Just for kicks. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh, I have to take one out.
D20, what is that?
The back
That's
rooms.
scary.
I'm not asking. I don't want a hope or
types of
fear. I don't want a hope or
things.
fear roll here. I just want a straight up roll because I want to determine
I didn't even
something.
take one.
You
of
could get
these.
your last fear if you wanted.
What's that?
You could get
Ooh.
your last fear if you
a
wanted.
10.
A 10. You make your way down the hallway a good 50 or 60 feet,
Oh boy.
passing probably more than a dozen, 6 on one side, 6 on another. Now there's still more to go, but you're getting up to about that 12 mark, and you're zigzagging over. And wham! All of a sudden, there is just this boom against the bars, and it's like, and this hand comes out and tries to grab you. Now you are going to make a roll. You can either make an agility roll.
Wait, isn't she ethereal? How can he grab her?
He's trying to grab her. I want to see if he's able to just, get his hand through her. I'm not trying to
I hate that.
Go ahead.
What were my roll options? What were you saying?
make agility.
Okay.
You're being touched.
With like hope and fear matter.
Oh yeah, they matter.
Literally being swizzled.
Oh my god. Okay. It's gonna be a dirty 20 with fear.
A dirty 20 with
Yeah.
fear.
Wait, aren't you maxed on? No, you spent one. Okay.
So you're able to just kind of like pull aside. Do you have any physical objects on you? Like your body as an ethereal entity, do all of your objects become ethereal?
That's another thing that's not really
This is
outlined.
unclear.
Because, like, I do technically have some physical objects, so I don't know.
I mean, your clothes aren't going to just fall off of you, and you're.
Unless I've been flying around naked.
Well, I'm wondering if she's got, like, you know, a weapon or a helmet or a
They
bag of
did not
something.
take my shoes or weapons.
Yes, they did.
But you didn't come to me.
The understanding was that
Okay.
everyone was putting their shoes and
Okay.
weapons in.
This goes back to the magical game. We've
Yeah.
always asked what happens to your items when you go invisible.
up to
Everything
you.
goes invisible, but
I think that logically makes sense, but I just thought for the sake of the narrative, rolling with fear, she's able to skirt this sort of hand
I could
reaching.
tumble into a cell that I wasn't planning. Like, if there was enough force behind the grab, it could have, like, blown
Yeah,
me
because
into...
you sort of skirted to try and jump. You saw the hand coming. You
Right in.
quickly reacted. Let's do that. I think that's a great solution. So you pass right through the bars of the cell across the hall to avoid this, and you sort of sit up and, like, behind the safety of the bars, you look across, and you see this hunched over, short, like almost humpbacked
naked?
man. What?
Is he naked?
That's twice you've said naked in the last 30 seconds.
Because now it's on my mind.
Do you want him to be
I
naked?
kind of want him to be naked.
He's naked.
Awesome.
What the fuck, dude?
There's this shriveled up hunchback of a sort of like this homunculus. His eyes are sort of sunken into his head. You almost can't even see the whites, and when you can for a moment, they're almost yellow and bloodshot. But he's like,
Ew.
he's clearly mad. And he's kind of like now looking at you, and there's like drool coming out of his mouth, and he kind of like bobs and weaves over there.
What's happening?
You all can hear this. It's echoing
Ew.
in the hallway. You hear this thing laughing. He's breathing like with this very sort of congested, like
What is
sort
it?
of sound.
What's happening?
He's a naked man. I want to look in the cell that I'm in.
Oh, we're
I
causing
feel like I've
so
been
much
sitting here a little
commotion.
too long.
Okay, so you turn around.
Yeah.
This is fucked.
There's nothing there.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
The cell's empty.
Okay. How much farther is there down the hall? Like, did I get a significant distance down the hall?
You're about halfway.
Oh my God, I'm
so-
only halfway.
Yeah, so there's about a dozen. You've passed a dozen cells. There's about a dozen more to go. All in all, there's about 30 cells in this space.
Why the fuck do they have so many cells?
Do we really want to know it that bad?
Make a decision.
I'm gonna keep going.
You're gonna come out and keep going.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna stay close to the side.
as you kind of come
Like,
out, he's like wildly reaching through the bars and just kind of like
Ew.
trying to claw you. You pass along and you keep going, and within the next dozen cells that you're sort of now very cautiously investigating, you know, you've sort of had this scare. The last two cells on the left-hand side of this space appear to have two tall, slender people sleeping on cots, one in each. They look to be Molvak,
Oh.
one in each cell.
Is there anything hanging on the wall at the end of the hall?
Inside the cells, or
No,
in-
like inside, like where the guards might hang. Like, nothing.
No, the walls are pretty bare, other than the oil lanterns that are here.
And do they look like men or women or them?
It's dim, darkly lit. They're laying on mattresses. It's very hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to my cell
Okay.
and relay my information.
As you pass by this
The
cell
freak,
with
the
the
naked man.
absolutely crazed naked individual, he again is swiping out.
I'm gonna go.
And then all of a sudden, he kind of looks at you and he's like, come,
No.
come.
I'm gonna like.
Yes,
I'm gonna,
come.
I'm gonna go just like enough from his range so he can't touch me.
Yes, yes, yes. Why are you here?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I found a big door and I came in the door and then I went in a wall and now I'm here. Okay.
have a secret.
Okay.
You must come close.
I'm close
Come
enough.
closer.
I'm close enough.
Come.
I'll go the tiniest bit closer. Oh my god.
He's gonna touch
Where's she going? Did you just say that?
Ew.
Doing the voice. Doing the voice.
Okay. Ugh. Does he smell bad? Can I
He
smell?
smells bad.
I don't know if I can smell.
You can't smell.
I can't smell.
You can't
I
smell.
can't smell.
You can't smell, but yes.
I haven't been watching the
Rabbit
chat.
says, is he heading over to work the clay?
Oh my god. Is that our new fucking... That's our new term.
That might need
Okay.
to be a button or a shirt.
I'm just gonna be like,
I'm just saying.
okay.
And back
I'm
to
back.
the... Okay, so he leaves you. Or you leave him.
I leave him. He needs some clothes.
A little time goes by. You're sort of passing the time in this space wondering what's going to happen, and it's not long before you hear what sounds like wagon wheels.
Oh,
The
we're
sound
getting
of
fed.
something like a cart of some sort rolling on the pavement. Cut stone, for lack of a better word. And with that, as it gets closer, you see this larger guard wheeling a flat cart, 2 handles, single wheel, down the hallway. On this are stacked, almost nested in each other, these pretty large wooden bowls. Each one seems to be filled with something. You can't quite see it yet. He stops in front of Vicar and Saradwin and Chardin and Sel, takes 3 of them out and comes over and slides 3 of them under the bars. And as they kind of come into the space, you get this aromatic smell of something that smells delicious. You look inside the bowl, and there are these stewed, sautéed mushrooms, a whole variety of them, like all different kinds.
Whoa.
Sprinkled within them are these what appear to be some kind of leafy green, but it's not really a green. It's almost like a whitish color, almost as if all of the chlorophyll has been sapped out of it. But they would, it reminds you of a green, but with no color. In each one is a small, very fragile wooden utensil for you to eat with, and the guard just looks at you and says, sees both of you sitting there, reaches over to the cart and pulls out a water skin, slides that under the door to the 3 of you.
Fuck that spoon. I'ma house it ravenously.
Facts.
Okay, so you just begin. It is probably one of the better meals that you've had, especially in the northern regions of Afari, because food typically comes in as, 1, it's either heavily smoked or salted because it's got to withstand a long journey, or 2, it's fish caught. So you haven't had a whole lot in terms of vegetation in quite a long time. So it's
Is
delicious.
there a problem with fish? Fish is delicious.
I have no problem with fish. I'm just saying that you've been used to a certain type of meal for so long. I know you probably love
Do enjoy seafood.
fish. So, goes and grabs the cart, moves on to your cell, and does the same. And you notice that there are several more bowls still on the cart.
Can I count them?
Yes.
Is it the same number of people I saw?
No. There's
Okay.
at least 6 more bowls on that cart.
It's dark in here.
So after he
least
gets
I
done
can-
serving you, and he picks up the cart and begins moving down the hallway, it's
I
not
wanna
long.
listen.
It's not long before he gets to the cell that you had the encounter in, and you hear the same sort of shuffle. He grabs the bowl. You hear it slide across the floor, and then you hear this like groan. He's just like, "Ah, fuck your mushrooms!" And he like picks the thing up, and you hear it slam against the wall. You hear it like clash to the ground like wood on stone, like clank, 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 clank. And the guard just kind of like, you don't even hear a reaction from him. You kind of hear the shuffle of a couple of footsteps. It sounds like the bowl gets picked up off the pavement, and then the wheel again as he begins moving down the hallway. Clearly rejected by the tenant there.
Sounds like a well-adjusted guy.
Yeah, he appears well adjusted. So you've got this meal. You're eating.
I'm just kind of like passing through it because I can't touch it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just like,
I'm gonna go up to the. Are we next to Indexor and Dizline?
Yeah, you gotta kind of go to the gates, though.
Yeah, so I'm going to come up to the gate. I'm going to say, Indexor,
Yeah.
come close.
I mean, I walk up to the door as close as I can.
I'm going to kind of whisper to you.
Uh-oh.
You know they can hear me. It's fine. You know they can alter memories? These people?
I think I've heard of that, yeah.
Oh. I've more than heard of it. I've experienced it.
Have you?
Yes, it's terrifying.
I'll jot that down in my notebook.
Yes, keep that record. Hopefully they don't do that to us. I wonder if that's some sort of punishment, and I'm terrified of it. So, just wanted to share that with you.
Be an interesting form of punishment.
So you spend a little time eating your meal. Do you all partake in the meal?
Yes.
This thing kind of scrunches their nose up a little bit at this mushroom thing.
Probably not your favorite meal on Earth.
Like a little tap in the bowl. And a little lick on the paw. But I'm hungry enough just to
Some
choke
pocket
down
meat.
some of it. I do have the pocket meat. But I don't want to waste the pocket meat.
So as you finish your meals and a little time goes by, you hear footsteps coming down the hallway. Certainly more than one set. And moments later, I'm not going to ask, moments later, 4 guards show up. Come around the corner, and the first one that's standing there is the same one that brought you in and actually opened the doors for all of you. And he's like, I trust you've had a chance to eat.
We have.
Good. The elders have ordered a moment at the memory wall so that we can extrapolate what has happened. It's a relatively simple process. Gives us an opportunity to see inside of each of your thoughts and look at
See it, son?
what actually happened so that we understand that you are in fact being truthful. So if you will, gather your things, gather yourselves, we'll be going. And he begins to unlock the cells. We good?
Okay.
Okay, the 5 of you file out of the cells and up into the hallway, and he leads you back mostly the way you came. However, before you pass into that large, round, massive, cavernous room, he takes a left-hand turn, and the hallway begins to sort of wrap around. These are very organically, it's a mix between cut stone, obviously where this civilization was cutting through actual rock, and then areas where it intersects natural stone caverns. Yeah.
I kind of want to get as close as I can to Saradwin. And I want to tell her something.
Ew.
But
Okay.
not out loud.
Oh no.
I'm close to my sister. Can I roll for this?
All right, man. Cool.
What the fuck?
So after about 5 or 6 minutes of walking, you come into this room. And the room is, again, a natural stone cavern. Stalactites and stalagmites abound in this space. But the most prominent feature in this room is in the center of the room. There is a rectangular impression in the ground that is about 5.5, 6 feet deep. And there's a set of stairs that go down into this rectangular impression. It is about 25 feet long and about 10 feet wide. Yeah.
Can I ask something to whoever's taking us?
Sure.
So wait, can you describe to me what this memory wall does?
The memory wall is a tradition with the Molvak people. It is a way for us to revisit thoughts, to correct memories, to have deep meditation. It's also a place where the ancient sigils are able to look inside of your thoughts and transmit a translation of those directly into the elder's consciousness.
Do you need like some sort of warrant to alter people's memories?
What is a warrant exactly?
Do you need like do you need to go through a process to alter people's memories?
Alter?
Yeah, or correct people's memories.
Well, that's usually a process that's done through choice. So if you have a traumatic experience in your life and you would like to, say, have that change to something less traumatic, we can do that.
So it's like cosmetic surgery for your memory.
I guess one could call
But
it that.
you're not going to like change our memory, right?
No intention of changing your memory. We're more interested in finding out what happened. We'll be able to see into your memory.
But do people go crazy because of it?
There's some risk involved.
What are these risks?
On occasion, the process for the weaker individuals can potentially cause temporary insanity, loss of memory, reduction of intellectual capacities. It's very, very rare.
So I'm assuming that we have no choice but to do this. How many of us are doing this?
All of you.
All of us?
I wasn't there.
As the person who dealt the killing blow, can it just be me? Because I don't want to risk that happening to my party.
Unfortunately, the elders have ruled upon this. The party is one in our eyes, even though you dealt the killing blow. As a group, you stand as one. And therefore, now, at the time of punishment, when the sort of sentence is to be dealt, you can make that case to the elders that only one of the party members is affected by whatever consequences are inflicted upon you. But for now, in order to extract as much evidence for this as possible so that a proper sentence and proper justice can be served, all of you must go before the wall.
Okay.
I assure you, we mean you no harm. We're only seeking justice.
All right.
And Dexter's finally going to speak up. I'm very intrigued about this wall. Have you ever done it on someone like me?
That is a very good question. We had the same discussion amongst the elders. No, but we're curious about the effects. Because the process is arcane in nature, we believe that it will have a similar impact on you that it does the others.
Okay.
And if you all will, find yourselves down into the open area here, you will notice that on each of the two walls, there is a series of matching sigils, one directly across from the other. Position yourself directly between the sigils so that the extraction process can have the best effect, and we will begin the ritual. Go on.
So I'm having anxieties. Will that affect the outcome? Am I more at risk because I'm anxious?
I assure you, the process is 94% safe.
Can I go
God
for?
damn.
Can I go?
94 is not that safe.
Can I go first?
We're all going together.
Oh, at the same time?
Yes.
Everyone at the same time?
Everyone at the same time.
Are you going too?
Why should I go?
You said we're all going together.
And as you guys are talking about this, two elders funnel into the room. Hood's back. I'm not on Do Not Disturb.
94%.
94% is quite an admirable number for such a process.
How many people are in this room?
Right.
Well, currently you have the 4
10,000.
guards that brought you here. There's the 6 of you, and 2 elders just came in.
So
This
if you
needs
put
kinda-
everybody through that, sorry,
So
that's 600 people.
Can I? I'm
Go
gonna
insane.
I'm gonna turn to whisper to Indexor.
I'll get to you.
okay.
Yeah.
And we're all going through this?
Maybe I should be more clear. The 6 of you will enter the pit. You will each stand between a sigil. The sigils will be enacted by the elders through a arcane ritual, and they will be able to see inside of your memory for whatever distance they prefer to go back to ascertain what happened to Brecknaw. Once they have that information, they've seen it, we're done. It's painless.
Question for you. This is like a self-standing wall.
No,
Yeah,
it's a pit.
it's cut into the stone and goes down. So thank you, Warvane. Thank you for that super chat.
Thank you, Warvane.
Fizzling walks along the 25-foot ledge and kind of sniffs around a little bit and just plops down inside the pit.
Okay. You notice. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, curious about these sigils they've talked about. Are they different? Are they?
Yes, they're all different.
Fizzlane, can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you have a... How do you feel about it? You and your instincts. How do you feel about all this?
I don't see much way around it,
I don't see much either.
and
And I
I'm
think
curious.
we might need these people's help. And the only way that we can get their help is to do this.
Oh, I'm
I'm
very
already in the pit.
curious. I've stepped down.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
I'm praying.
Okay.
Praying.
You see one of the elders reach over and whisper to one of the guards momentarily, pulling the hood back, whispering to the guard. The guard turns to Kriya. You there, you'll have to embody your physical form for this process.
Oop, there it is.
It's okay. It's alright.
Kriya's gonna go into the floor.
Oh my. God.
Okay.
Alright.
You all watch as Kriya drops into the floor. And the guard that's standing there drops his head. And he turns to the rest of you and he's like, all right. It seems that we are at an impasse.
Well, but we'll all
She doesn't
go.
speak for all of us.
No, she doesn't.
She's young, impressionable.
Give us a
child.
moment. And he motions
Yes.
to the elders, and the elders and two of the guards walk off into the corner.
Not good, said TPK incoming.
They're closely.
Can I poke my eyes out from the floor
Yeah.
and look at them?
Yeah.
And then I'll poke my mouth out. I wasn't even there. I don't know. And she starts to cry.
They're off in the corner having a conversation about this.
Will you please come up?
I'm going to actually have to take some time as a GM to figure out how the response is going to be here.
Oh,
This is a
break.
good time to take a break.
God.
Wait, let's point out the fact that we took Warvane's super chat virginity.
Oh my god.
Really?
Oh my god.
That was his
Had to do that?
first super chat ever, he said.
Fantastic. Thank you
Wow.
for that.
That's
Love
so
that.
cool.
We're honored.
Happy to
We're honored.
pop this super.
No,
Whoa.
don't.
There it is. I was gonna say it.
Don't.
I was gonna say it, but I left it alone.
All right. Listen, we're going to go on a break. Listen, guys,
Jeez.
those of you that are out there
We're
watching,
gonna make Warvane uncomfortable, guys. Come on.
Sorry, Warvane.
I promise we're
Welcome.
going to get you some new break time reels coming up. I did have a question for Eric Laz, who's been posting some art in the Artist Alley that has to do with the new module and campaign frames that he's working on. I don't know if I can post that because that's art that belongs to someone else for a project, so I'm a little up in the air about making the new reel, but I will get it there. So for now, we're going to take a quick break. We've got some stuff for you all to watch, and when we come back, I'm going to figure out how to deal with this Kriya situation, which, frankly, I want your help on.
No.
Buzzline, you couldn't kill us if you tried. I had to say it.
I'll let you all figure out what to do with that. We'll be back. See you soon. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you for a minute about a recent module that we created. Now, you might have seen our series called A Clockwork Silence on YouTube, and you probably had a good time with that. You know that as a ttrpg, Daggerheart is really narrative forward and really focuses on storytelling. And we had a great time with this in A Clockwork Silence. So A Clockwork Silence takes place in my homebrew city of Amakora, which is on the continent of Emberfell in a world called Vesper. This city is full of clanks, automatons that are sort of the product of an inventiveness, a culture of tinkerers that have moved into the city because it's full of resources. It's a port town. There's ships going in and out all the time. So you're able to get anything you want. And therefore,
we've got a lot of innovation. In this city, a very famous clank inventor named Aurora Flux has disappeared. She's gone missing. And it was just on the eve of her unveiling her latest invention called the Veritas engine. The Veritas engine was a device that was supposed to sort of seek out truth by connecting with the resonating impulses from your body. But what Aurora didn't realize she had done is potentially created an engine that gave sentience to clanks, something she's been seeking for a long time. Now, things are unstable. There's a deep resonating hum throughout the city, and Aurora is gone. Your party is actually going to help correct this. You're going to look for Aurora and get to the bottom of what's happening here. This brings into play so many moral issues that your players are going to have to tackle. Like, for one, does this clank have like a life force now? And are you going to be forced to take it away from her? These are great problems to solve. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, the module itself is completely finished, 42 pages, and you can pick it up on our website, or you can head over to DriveThruRPG, or you can pick it up on itch.io. All three resources are available. We're going to get a link to it in our shop below as well. Check it out. If you're a Daggerheart GM, I really think you're going to love this module. Can't wait to hear what you think. Catch you soon. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you for a minute about a recent module that we created. Now, you might have seen our series called A Clockwork Silence on YouTube, and you probably had a good time with that. You know that as a ttrpg, Daggerheart is really narrative forward and really focuses on storytelling. And we had a great time with this in A Clockwork Silence. So A Clockwork Silence takes place in my homebrew city of Amakora, which is on the continent of Emberfell, in a world called Vesper. This city is full of clanks, automatons that are sort of the product of an inventiveness, a culture of tinkerers that have moved into the city because it's full of resources. It's a port town. There's ships going in and out all the time. So you're able to get anything you want. And therefore, we've got a lot of innovation. In this city, a very famous clank inventor named Aurora Flux has disappeared. She's gone missing. And it was just on the eve of her unveiling her latest invention called the Veritas engine. The Veritas engine was a device that was supposed to sort of seek out truth by connecting with the resonating impulses from your body. But what Aurora didn't realize she had done is potentially created an engine that gave sentience to Clanks, something she's been seeking for a long time. Now, things are unstable. There's a deep resonating hum throughout the city, and Aurora is gone. Your party is actually going to help correct this. You're going to look for Aurora and get to the bottom of what's happening here. This brings into play so many moral issues that your players are going to have to tackle. Like, for one, does this Clank have like a life force now? And are you going to be forced to take it away from her? These are great problems to solve. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, the module itself is completely finished, 42 pages, and you can pick it up on our website, or you can head over to DriveThruRPG, or you can pick it up on itch.io. All three resources are available. We're going to get a link to it in our shop below as well. Check it out. If you're a Daggerheart GM, I really think you're going to love this module. Can't wait to hear what you think. Catch you soon.
We love you guys, and we want to do this as much as possible, but we need your help. 2 years, no, not even 2 years, years ago, we started as a humble game in Todd's basement.
Get the fuck out of my basement.
Get the fuck out of my video. We started as a humble game in Todd's basement playing Curse of Strahd. We didn't think anything of it, and then we decided to make a channel. And it has grown into a beautiful thing, and now we have you guys, a wonderful community. If you want to be an even bigger part of that community and help us do crazy things like make short films and everything, hop on over to Patreon, the link in the description below. For $5 a month, you're going to get a Boon and Bane every month, which is already a $10 deal, and that's going to help you affect the game in good ways for our players and or bad ways. You are also going to get a discount on all of our merch, and on top of that, you're going to get a special Discord role. So please tell us you love us. If not, I'm gonna cry. Okay, bye.
Hey, eyes up here. What am I, like a piece of meat to you or something? It's a good shirt, right? You want to instill some fear in your players? Then this is it. If you're a Daggerheart GM, this is the shirt for you. You want it? You can go to two places. One, you can head over here to our website, witherandbloomstudios.com, or you can hit up the merch page. Or down below, connected right to this video. So, you know what to do. You're going to instill fear into the hearts of your players. Spend the fear. Spend some money. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you for a minute about a recent module that we created. Now, you might have seen our series called A Clockwork Silence on YouTube, and you probably had a good time with that. You know that as a ttrpg, Daggerheart is really narrative forward and really focuses on storytelling. And we had a great time with this in A Clockwork Silence. So A Clockwork Silence takes place in my homebrew city of Amakora, which is on the continent of Emberfell in a world called Vesper. This city is full of clanks, automatons that are sort of the product of an inventiveness, a culture of tinkerers that have moved into the city because it's full of resources. It's a port town. There's ships going in and out all the time. So you're able to get anything you want. And therefore, we've got a lot of innovation. In this city, a very famous clank inventor named Aurora Flux has disappeared. She's gone missing. And it was just on the eve of her unveiling her latest invention called the Veritas engine. The Veritas engine was a device that was supposed to sort of seek out truth by connecting with the resonating impulses from your body. But what Aurora didn't realize she had done is potentially created an engine that gave sentience to clanks, something she's been seeking for a long time. Now, things are unstable. There's a deep resonating hum throughout the city, and Aurora is gone. Your party is actually going to help correct this. You're going to look for Aurora and get to the bottom of what's happening here. This brings into play so many moral issues that your players are going to have to tackle. Like, for one, does this clank have like a life force now? And are you going to be forced to take it away from her? These are great problems to solve. So I'm looking forward to it. Now, the module itself is completely finished. 42 pages, and you can pick it up on our website, or you can head over to DriveThruRPG, or you can pick it up on itch.io. All three resources are available. We're going to get a link to it in our shop below as well. Check it out. If you're a Daggerheart GM, I really think you're going to love this module. Can't wait to hear what you think. Catch you soon.
We love you guys, and we want to do this as much as possible, but we need your help. 2 years, no, not even 2 years, years ago, we started as a humble game in Todd's basement.
Get the fuck out of my basement.
Get the fuck out of my video. We started as a humble game in Todd's basement playing Curse of Strahd. We didn't think anything of it, and then we decided to make a channel. And it has grown into a beautiful thing, and now we have you guys, a wonderful community. If you want to be an even bigger part of that community and help us do crazy things like make short films and everything, hop on over to Patreon, the link in the description below. For $5 a month, you're going to get a Boon and Bane every month, which is already a $10 deal, and that's going to help you affect the game in good ways for our players and or bad ways. You are also going to get a discount on all of our merch, and on top of that, you're going to get a special Discord role. So please tell us you love us. If not, I'm gonna cry. Okay, bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out on that break. We are
scared.
back, and Olivia is scared.
I'm so scared.
Roll a death save. Roll a death save.
Well, I don't know about rolling a death save necessarily.
So, just for
Wow.
reference, I am like this far above the in the ground, here down in the ground.
So your head's
Really?
My
sticking
head's
up.
out because I told
Backpedaling
them I
as
started to
fast as you
cry
can.
and told them that I wasn't even there.
Stick to a decision.
Okay, so what you're seeing...
All they
as-
see is they see the head with two pigtails and little bows in the pigtails crying. If they have any empathy.
Perfect decapitation stance.
But the problem is in ghost form, she's incapable of being hit by physical damage.
Keyword.
Magical damage, however, does double. So what you're seeing in this space as you're looking around the room are the elders and guards just kind of finishing up this discussion about what to do here. And with that, one of the two elders that are talking move back over to the top area of the pit where they were going to perform the ritual from. And both guards come walking over. And the one of them reaches down, passes right by your head sticking out of the floor. And one of them reaches over and reaches down and grabs Chardin and picks him up by the scruff of his neck. His feet are now off the
What
ground.
did he do?
Don't hurt him.
And he turns and looks at all of you and he says, "This will be the final warning. For this to take place properly, we are going to need full cooperation from this party. If we can't get full cooperation from this party, and he reaches down behind his tunic and he pulls out this massive curved dagger and he holds it up to Chardannon's neck. And he said, we will take the retribution that is deserved.
Listen,
Would you like to do this the right way?
I would love to do this the right way. You have all of our cooperation. If this fucker doesn't cooperate, she is severed from our party.
I appreciate the earnesty that you're... Earnesty? Is that a word? I appreciate with the...
tried.
I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Okay, hey.
We're busting right out of roleplay
This
there.
guy's fucking hip.
Don't kill the hubby.
I appreciate your sentiment. But right now, I've told you already, the party is one.
Yes.
Little girl, rise.
If you don't overcome your fear, we are all going to suffer for your cowardice. So get in here right now.
Now.
She'll slowly rise from the floor, like on an elevator that's taken way too long to get to the destination.
Oh my goodness.
And she'll go all and it's not until Kriya gets to the pit that she'll come out of the spirit form.
And as you're doing this, both of the guards are watching you with a most stern look on their face, the point of this curved dagger never once leaving the neck of Chardannon's body. And as you pass down into the space and rematerialize in your corporal form, he drops Chardannon to the ground. Chardannon scrambles to his feet, races down into the pit next to you, and as he goes by, he kind of looks at you and he gestures a thank
Still
you to
crying.
you.
I'm gonna thank you for your bravery.
We'll
Don't
give Chardannon
wander
an award.
off ever again.
And with that, the two elders in the room take each other's hands, put the hoods up on their robes, and you hear a muttering chant that begins to sort of emanate from underneath their robes. You only hear it as a whisper at first, and then it begins to grow a little bit. You kind of hear it building in the space.
Whoa.
Each of you is standing between two sigils, one on each wall. Right at about head, ear height. For those of you that are a little bit shorter, you're down below them. The sigils all begin to glow. At first, you just see what appears to be like a warmish white light, but then that white light begins to brilliantly glow, a reddish, amberish color. It feels like nothing. At first, the feeling inside of your head is that which probably is just leftover remnants of the stress of what just happened with Chardannon and the knife. But you've probably all felt this sensation before, when all of a sudden, without warning, one of your ears just sort of turns into this high-pitched noise. It's almost like you go deaf momentarily and you have that. That pulses into your head. You hear this moment where everything becomes a very, very high-pitched whine. Vicar, you, all of a sudden, like a catalog index of images, you start seeing things flashing by you like photographs in a progression. You see your sister, you see the priest that raised you, you see the journey to Keldrin, you see the bookstore and how you fell off of the back of the bookstore momentarily. Like all these things are just flashing by you. I want everyone.
Can I add something to that?
Yes.
When I and whoever is also watching this flashback or these flash of images, the images seem to come from all fours, and they seem to have this bluish kind of hue over them. And some you can see maybe a claw on the ground or something, just hints.
Okay. And the person that's seeing these things actually, beyond you, because you see this montage,
Yeah.
and simultaneously, the elders are pulling this.
Yeah.
What's interesting about the sort of imagery that you're feeling in your head is it doesn't feel like it's only contained to your mind. It feels like it's expanded out into other spaces. And what you're actually feeling is the sharing of these thoughts inside of their minds. I want everybody at the table to roll a D100. I will roll for Chardannay.
Wait, I don't even have those out.
Can I have one, Garrett?
Oh, fuck.
Now, I will tell you this. I will tell you
Oh,
this.
wait, I'm okay, actually. Thank you, Garrett.
I am going to roll my D100 for Chardannay.
Holy shit.
What?
No, just my roll.
Oh, well, here's what I'm also going to do. Okay? I said that it is 94% safe. That leaves a 6% window for the possibility of something happening.
I forgot how to do this. I haven't done it. 2d10s, right?
So here's what I want you to know. Okay? That does not mean that if you roll between 94 and 100, something happens to you. I am going to determine the 6 points of space
Oh, fuck.
that this
Oh,
happens
come on.
within.
That's cool. That's
No.
That is so
on.
metal.
No,
I fuck with that.
And here's why. Because any 6 points of space
I know which
inside of
numbers.
100 points of
chose
space is
beforehand.
equally the same, whether
Yes.
it's 1 to 6, 94 to 100, 56 to 62, it doesn't matter.
That's exactly right.
So,
Oh,
I
God, I'm
don't
gonna
want
throw
you
up.
to know whether or not you get this right away. So I'm going to determine that number first.
I already have eggs.
Pop off,
in
King.
me. I have eggs.
Well, yeah.
Now I'm gonna go in the loony bin.
I don't know.
So I want you
Wait,
to
can I roll
remember
this in your
that
bin?
number and add 6 to that number. And that's the range, okay? So
Oh my
I just
God.
want I
What is
want
it?
proof that that's the number,
Oh my
okay?
God.
I'd say it's that one.
All right.
He literally just did Malik.
Tell me what your rolls are. I'm going to roll for
No,
Chardannay.
I don't want
Shall I
to
roll
tell you
again?
what my roll was.
I'll stick with that.
91.
91,
51.
51,
35.
35.
99.
Oh my god!
Oh shit.
You're dead.
99. Cicelyne,
4.
Well, wait,
we hit all the
is the
spectrums.
double zero on the 10, is that 10 or 0?
that's well, okay, so it depends. If the double zero shows up with a 0 on the singular die, then you have 100. If the double zero shows up with
it's 4.
4, then it's 4.
4.
4.
Cool.
We hit all the spectrums.
Saturn, would you like to
We're
tell us
all
what
over
the
the
range
no.
of numbers was
That range was the one you showed me in that plus
to the next number up? Yeah.
30 to 36.
30 to 36.
That's funny. That's okay.
amazing.
Dude. It's okay.
Dude.
It's alright. That's kind of cool.
Hey, technically it was cocked in the tray.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god!
I
Oh my
won the
God.
lottery.
all of you.
Bad lottery.
All of
I was
you.
the one that was worried about this whole. I was praying.
Wait, you can narrate this
I can.
because he's been fucked with before.
I know.
What are you talking about?
What?
I've been fucked with? What do you
Your
mean?
mind.
Yeah.
Rollback.
Yeah.
Facts.
You're more susceptible.
So I do. And I appreciate that. What?
I have an idea.
Well, hang on.
All right, I'll let you go.
Because I have so much fear that I have not been using correctly tonight. So I'm going to spend a fear first, because for all of you, this experience is unsettling. Because the first thing you notice, you were told by the guard that the memories that would be sort of shuffled through or sort of looked through would be that which happened in the most recent past to determine what happened during this murder. But you're noticing, like Vickers' montage of images, your entire pasts are shuffling by you. A lot is being revealed. Things are coming up. And what gets even stranger than that are you're starting to see things that you didn't even know were there.
I was just going to ask you, with my 99, I don't remember being created. Do I see anything?
Okay,
It's crazy.
I'm gonna come around to you, okay?
That's cool.
So, all of a sudden, memories flurrying by. Some you're ashamed of. Some are momentarily pleasant. Some are totally unfamiliar. Cicelyne, all of a sudden, like just through your head, you hear this voice echoing in this space over and over again, and it says, "Your life for theirs. When the time comes, your life for theirs. When the time comes." You hear that multiple times. You are unsure of what that means. I'm not going to go through the Rolodex of memories that you do understand.
Yeah,
I'm going to go through the ones that are not entirely familiar.
that makes sense.
Kriya,
The chat's deleting certain texts that come up.
you're Rolodexing through this. You have thoughts of your mother. You have a lot of things that surface that you're not entirely familiar with. The reasons that you, in fact, are a ghost begin hammering away at you. And you all of a sudden have this moment where you recall locking eyes with one of your current companions. You can decide who it is. And in the memory, they raise up a blade against you. And here they are, with you, unharmed, as your ally. So here's what I want you to do with that memory, okay? I want you to form that yourself. You can pick somebody. You don't have to tell them who it is. I want you to put this in your head. Somebody in this group raised a blade to you at a time before this party was formed. That memory is yours, okay?
Holy shit.
Ceridwen. You notice that the probing eyes that are sort of looking through your memories, you're seeing a lot of the scene where Brecknaw was killed play out. The reactionary nature to this. It's almost as if they're being siphoned right out of your head over and over again. And then something changes for you. You remember the moment when Brecknaw took out the blade and swiped at Thisleen. You remember the reactionary moment from your bond with Thisleen that you had. You remember that. You remember casting that spell as a moment of protection against Thisleen. Yet all of a sudden the image that pops into your head is one of pure anger. One that may have been there before the blade came out. The memory almost seemed to just morph slightly and then goes away. In Dexor, this process is very different for you. Your memories that you have stored in the various mechanical circuitry that's been created for you are less organic in nature, less subject to manipulative change through whatever means it is that the process is having on you. And so you see a much more sort of organic and logical kind of like boom, 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 boom. A lot of knowledge, a lot of things you've recorded, a lot of sort of very objective pictures of things the way they were. And then for a moment, you see this face. You see from what almost appears to be darkness, your vision, the circuits that actually give you sight, come on. You're used to this because they don't just blink on like eyes that blink open. They come into vision almost like a diffusion into clarity, like a lens focusing. And for a moment, your lenses both focus on a face that's hovering above you. It's the face of, at first, what appears to be a woman, right? And then it comes into clarity. And it's the face of another clank. It's the face of another automaton leaning over you almost as if they're observing and simultaneously working. You notice, because you're only able to see their shoulders move in such a way as if they're working on you. This sparks a connection that seems to open up an entire circuitry bank inside of you, where I'm not going to necessarily say those memories are accessible, but it feels like they're closer.
Okay.
Vicar. Unfortunately, the process, the Molvac people have perfected this over the years, and there is a moment when something can go wrong. And essentially what's going wrong here is the extraction process through this ritual not only taps the memory that you have inside your space, but it through a sort of resonant frequency like you're sort of used to in certain magical systems that you've explored, either through cathexis or through mycelial networks. You understand how resonant frequencies tap into the fibers of your being. Those fibers are then almost shaken, right, to extract that which clings to them, right? Because if we could think about memory as either some kind of biological cell structure or memory like magnetic tape, where little bits and pieces of information are deposited on the very fibers of our being sort of exist, this process resonates and racks that space a little bit just to draw them down.
Yeah.
Enough so that in the process of releasing them, so they can be shared by the individual, they're thought about momentarily. That vision you see as that goes off is your brain re-imprinting that stuff onto those fibers. So it's sort of like a loosening of the memory to recall, and then a re-imprinting of it almost immediately, which is why the 1-to-1 ratio of what they take and what you retain is usually the same. But sometimes when that resonant frequency does not harmonize and vibrate perfectly with the one that it is trying to extract from, those particles, for lack of a better word, are released in a way that is not harmonious with that recall system. And so the first thing you think of when they're released is what replaces that memory.
The first thing I think of when it's released.
And you said you had an idea for this, so tell me what you got.
I'm in a hut, and the hut is filled with dead things and beakers and cauldrons and fire and warmth. And I'm on the floor, and a heat kind of starts to rise. Now, is this memory factual, or has this process changed this memory?
This memory is not going to be factual, but it will be when the process is done. When this is done, this memory you will believe actually happened.
So, I see like a stairway in front of me, and I see my sister being taken out by men in robes. And I call out for her in an innocent voice of a child, and then somebody kind of wraps their hand around my mouth from behind, and it's wet, and it's almost loving, and I hear like a shh as this kind of scaffolding above collapses above the stairway, and a kind of fire cascades into the room. And in this memory, the fire closes in as I lay there with what I've never been able to recognize before, but a short woman with dark black hair and crow's feet. Sorry, crow's feet on her eyes. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said
No.
gross.
Oh, crow's feet.
Crow's feet on her eyes and a loving gaze.
Definitely gross feet.
Gross feet.
And we both sit there and we burn alive together. As I scream out in pain. My arm begins to kind of like move, and then it kind of like throws itself, and in throwing itself, it detaches at the elbow and rips off almost as the length of it is doubled. And I scream out, and I bite, dislodging the kind of like tendons that are holding it together. And I chew it, and I begin to claw myself as I kind of do the same thing to my other arm. And then I kind of reach both hands in my chest and just... And I begin to kind of like tear at my neck and kind of like pull the jaw. As my body extends, I fall on all fours. And this white fur begins to protrude from me. And then these kind of horns that are almost like antlers, deer antlers, kind of protrude from my head. And I fall to all fours, and I just let out a powerful screech as rows of teeth begin to, protrude from my gum line. And I'm just sitting there kind of like... Sergeant, you left me. And that's where that memory ends.
I'm going to spend a fear.
Oh my.
Throw that over there.
Balls.
I'm going to spend 2 fear. I'm going to spend 1 for each of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, good. That's the memory that replaces what you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a memory that actually happened with you and your sister. Something that you hold dear.
Well, there was a time I actually made her laugh. And sure, she may have been laughing at me because I took something a little too literally, but I made her laugh. And that doesn't happen often, and that made me happy.
That memory is now gone.
Aw.
I'm sorry. Now I'm spending the 2nd fear. And this one I think is going to be something you don't expect. This process, as this montage of images is going by you, feels so real. I'm going to turn this scene to the rest of the players right now, because what's happening at this point, as the rest of you have sort of experienced the various montages of memory and are sort of now refocusing on the space, you turn and look, and you see Vicar in a form like you've never seen. As you begin to find some element of focus, you have actually transformed into this creature. And as you begin to sort of look around and you find your mouth saying the words, Ceridwen, you left me. You notice that there are 4 massive pikes pointed right at your face, because as this transformation was going through, the guards were like, good God! And they instantly grabbed weapons and put them on you.
I'm reacting immediately.
You all see this.
I need to react immediately. I'm taking out this locket and I'm opening it as I'm giving like a gesture to everybody else.
And a tune begins to play. I did not know this was going to happen, but that locket I gave to Ceridwen
Might have just saved your ass.
it plays a sort of lullaby.
Sister, what is happening?
Wait, I'm sorry. Do I know? Am I still conscious of what's happening? Like of what has happened recently, and like where am I?
Well, I would ask, since this is the first time we've seen this,
Yeah.
I would ask, well, what does it mean when you transform for you? How much awareness of the world do you have? I understand there's a lot you can't control.
No, I'm saying with the change in memory, and the reason I have transformed is I believe that Vicar died when I was a child, and I've been Amelia because of that change in memory. I had to change to make it make sense in my head. So all the memories that have passed after that, I believe I've done as Amelia, rather than Vicar.
Yeah.
Okay, then I make sense as to why we're here.
Right.
Also, the transformation would have ripped you out of the ritual process. Both of the elders drop what they're doing. I mean, they have pulled most of what they need, and upon this transformation, they drop what they're doing. So now you're in this state.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Turn what off?
That sound.
No, you're listening to the sound, sister. Sister, I need you to look at me in the eyes. Okay?
You left me to
When?
die.
When did I leave you? What?
And the sound begins to kind of like cloud my judgment. And I begin to kind of just like be a little overwhelmed by this sound. I'm kind of like shaken for a second, just taking this sound in, and that's all I can hear at the moment.
I'm gonna start approaching as I really insist that they stop. As I come over and I grab your one arm as I'm still holding it up. Sister, I need you to let me go. That was awesome. What's wrong?
Nothing is wrong, Sarah Twin. Nothing is ever wrong with you, Sarah Twin.
Mm-hmm. How can I help you calm down right now?
I'm calm.
No, you're not.
I'm perfectly fine. Is your fucking ritual over, you barbaric clowns?
I've warned you a number of times about this party.
I know.
We need to fix this now.
Okay, sister, I need you to maintain yourself.
I'm on all fours, but
Because these are first impressions, right? Okay? And they're very scared of us. We've been thus far uncooperative. I need you to help me help you transform back.
You want to help me?
Yes.
Fuck off.
Sister, I've always helped you.
Fuck off. I'm fine. I'm not going to eat you.
We're going to make an effort to bring all of you back to the cells until a trial date can be arranged. If anything is tried, it's going to be an immediate response. This way, all of you, right now. Shardanan is like backed up against the wall inside of the pit, like in total disbelief at this. Like,
He's like, who the hell did I
what,
get myself in
what
with?
just happened?
yeah.
Does the party follow?
Yeah. I'm gonna cover up the rear as I thud with my movements. I have like doubled in size.
Yeah, you have two guards behind you who are visibly shaken.
You're gonna get your own cell.
Yeah.
About 3 minutes into the walk back, 6 more of these guards come. You're not sure where they came from or how they were called. You did not hear any alarms sounded, but 6 more guards come. Armed to the teeth, pikes surround you as a group and bring you back to the cells. All right, moments later, you're loaded in. How big are you?
I'm double the size, so I want to say like 10 feet tall.
Okay, so you're entering a cell with 2 other people.
I'm gonna get my own.
You're gonna get your own.
No, I want to go with my sister.
Can we take Shardanan?
To go with me.
We got a
I will be
kid
coming
and we got a
with you.
halfling.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so Shardanan's in the cell with the
This
3
poor
of you.
bastard has
And
been
that's
through
not
so
your
much.
choice.
With the kid. I want my own.
No, I'm going with her. This is my twin.
I'm going to say this. Understand it's your twin. You're in a situation right now. I'm in agreement with this thing. We're locking it up alone.
Amelia.
Put you next door to it. Amelia.
Thank you.
They open it. They swing a door open. You're able to file right in. They quickly and hastily slam the door, spin the lock. Are you on your own? Or do you want to be with Shardanan or
I'm gonna go directly opposite
opposite?
my sister.
Okay.
And as they lock me up, I'm opening that locket, and I'm just going to sit and stare into the cell across from me
And I've gone.
and play the music.
I'm across from her, and I've kind of sunken into the shadows of that cell, and all you see, like, protruding from it are the antlers. I'm very low, and you just see these blue eyes kind of underneath that veil that I've always been wearing. It just is kind of grown a little bit to kind of cover my eyes at this moment, and all you see is the blue light kind of like piercing through it as I just sit there.
All right, so the cells are locked back up. The guards are on kind of a high alert. And as most of them leave, they leave 2 guards stationed right at the end of the hall, not far from your cells, both with pikes. And the rest of them are gone, probably to report this to the rest of the elders that are taking care of this. It's late. You haven't slept. This process for all of you was a little bit exhausting. I'm not going to lie. Your brains, your physiology, your overall, it's almost as if you ran a marathon. Your whole physical body is tired at this point from this process.
Are there rats?
Oh my god.
Are there rats?
Are there rats?
100%.
I want to find one, pounce on it, and rip into it alive.
That would not be hard to do, and I would say that within minutes, one will pass through. This is a lower tunnel in this space. It is not a residential tunnel, and so they're not well maintained. Oftentimes, the food that is brought down here collects in corners and attracts vermin. So
Yeah.
yes, you are able to do that.
So could I take a blood point?
Yes,
For
you
one
may,
HP.
you may take a blood point. Are you taking a long rest at this point? Can we?
Yes.
You might not even need to worry about that because have you had one yet?
No, I don't think we've had a long rest yet.
We took one long rest
In
because
the
we
house,
slept in that
didn't we?
house. The one.
Or wasn't it like a barn?
It was a barn.
Yeah, was that a long rest or was that just a short?
That was a long rest.
Was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
When was this?
A couple. Session
It
2?
was the one.
That was a long rest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one when Chardin cast the vine and you were in that safe space. He
that
didn't
was
cast
his
the vine.
space. No, we were
Correct.
in the house or barn.
Correct. Okay. So you are taking a rest.
Are we long resting?
Yeah.
It's been a day.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm going to long rest.
it hasn't been a day, but it's been a day.
Yeah, I get
I
you.
mean,
All right, we can decide if there's anything we want to perform, any downtime activities,
So
things of that nature.
I want to think really hard. And so I now believe that I acted with anger and killed with malice.
Potentially.
Do I remember what I believed before I went in?
The ritual went well for you. You rolled well on that. So you have this awareness that the memory almost seems to have shifted. You're like, what happened there?
Right. Because I would argue that even though they altered that memory, I would remember going in what I had believed.
Right. And also, the scene that you saw was not one that supplanted the memory you had. It is one that was like, wait a minute, that's not right. I didn't see it like that at all.
Right.
That's the difference between yours and Vicar's memory. Vicar's memory was, one was erased, one was replaced. The one that was replaced was maybe a lie, maybe not, but is totally believable.
Right.
Yours comes with an awareness of the change.
Right. Pause.
so we're taking a rest. And Dexor is like, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. I mean, he saw that memory. He saw whatever the fuck that was.
He's still
He
seeing.
saw this ghost thing going through floors and shit. He's confused. You said there's oil lamps, but they're not in the cells, right?
Correct.
So I'm just gonna kind of pull up in this cell, and did they take all of our bags, all of our belongings and stuff?
They took weapons and shoes.
Would they have left us with like a bag with like a torch, or is that
No.
okay?
They, like your notebook, for example, and your pen, you would have been allowed to keep that.
Okay.
So,
So then I guess with the oil lamps, I'm gonna pull up close to one of the gates or the bars.
yeah. At
So
the
that I
front of
can
your
see.
cell, there's enough light for you to see.
And I want to start just I want to take notes, like transcribe notes about whatever that ritual was.
Okay.
Like the room, draw like a picture, notes, anything that I would have gotten from that. I want to try and draw as best as I can remember that face that I saw, and take notes on that. I just want to work on essentially my journal.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Yeah, Kriya.
Kriya's gonna kind of like on her like knees a little bit, like scooch on over to Indexor. And
You're human again, aren't you?
well, I'm in like
Person.
my
Yes.
like you can't go through me anymore.
Your body form.
Physical form.
Physical form.
Physical form.
Flesh sack.
Can I that was disgusting.
Sorry, I'm sorry about that.
She kind of like taps you on one of your little like panels. Can I borrow a piece of paper? Like a small one?
Yeah, I'll go to the back of my journal and I'll tear out a piece. Do you have anything to write with?
Do you she kind of like reaches for your pen.
I'm like mid, drawing and writing. How long are you gonna be?
Fast.
I'll like kind of. I don't really have facial emotion other than like my mouth, but I'll kind of like do almost like a eye roll and just hand
takes
over.
And she really quickly jots down what she saw in the memory, and like folds it up, hands you your pen back, and then she's gonna put it in her like inside pocket of her little like top.
So you've created this memory,
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't forget.
Yeah. Once we're done, I'd like to know
Okay.
what you have.
Okay.
All right. Good. Thessalene?
Still guards in the hallway.
There are two, yes. As best you can tell, they're up a little bit from you. You don't have the peripheral, but it sounds like two. You hear occasionally a little conversation taking place.
This thing clocks this interaction of scribe and borrowed scribe. And it seems very curious about your experience. Just kind of looking at your journal and kind of flops into the journal a little bit, keep you from writing.
And I'm still sitting next to Indexor. I kind of want to flop a little bit onto this lean.
Can I help you?
Well, but I'm curious. What did you see when you were in that trench?
In the trenches.
Well, so lots of recollection of knowledge and info and books and library and transcribing and spells and my past. And then I saw a memory that I don't quite remember, that I don't recall. But I have this feeling that it might be when I was created. Essentially, I felt like I was laying, and I felt like my eyes started to focus, and I saw what looked to be a woman, but maybe mechanical like myself. She seemed to be taking notes and working. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm trying to... You're looking over when I'm trying to draw that. Trying to recall it as best as I can, and maybe with time, if I think about this drawing, maybe I can recall more information. I'm not sure. But I don't know who or how I was created. The first memories that I remember is just guess essentially being at the research facility or library, and being directed to catalog. It's really the first thing that I remember.
The library that fell into the
No, not that one. The one in... Fuck, what's the name? Amakora? No.
There was Amakora. You were not an You're talking Keldrin?
No, Amakora.
Oh,
So,
Amakora, yeah.
No, so the library in Amakora, it's pretty far away from here.
Those were your earliest
Yes, yes.
studying and learning.
Yeah, studying, learning. I was, I guess, employed to work in that facility, and I guess my mentor taught me arcane abilities. A lot of the stuff that we had to deal with, I transcribed books, so I showed an interest in learning the ways of the arcane. He started to teach me. I essentially got kicked out of that facility in town. Well, I mean, you've seen my interest in fire. I got out of control at one point, and that's why
Curiosity, perhaps? Or
yeah,
fascination?
no, I have a fascination. It's I have something. It's just, you know, a tick or something when I see fire. And I just essentially got outcast to this frigid wasteland.
Because there wasn't as much to burn.
Maybe.
Did you start the fire?
Oh, yes.
We
All accidentally. Definitely.
You better follow it up with Downeaster Alexa at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
So,
you don't remember much from before.
no, it's always interested me. Who made me?
Do you just process information endlessly?
Yes.
And your arcane knowledge, that comes from study. There's nothing intuitive about it.
No, I think it's always, I study the book, I study the info, and I just do. I'm not sure.
It's quite different from how I've come to understand and use the arcane powers.
Oh. Well, yours is more of a, I guess how they would say it, spiritual or type,
Yes, that was definitely around an event that was somewhat traumatic, but
Oh.
I was saved.
Oh.
And
I think he's going to flip to a different page in his notebook. He's going to start kind of jotting notes as you're saying this. Saved.
I had a fall. A fall into water. I woke up breathing underwater and surrounded with some purple light.
Purple light.
I was able to connect with the tide, the motion of the water around me, draw power from it. So it's interesting to see someone to come
Different
to
types.
similar means, or similar effects, but from very different places.
It's interesting.
I'm very curious about this trench that they had. You
That
saw something, yes?
I saw memories.
It seems
Flash. It seemed to open memories that I didn't know I had. Maybe. Did
like
you?
they were visual, yes?
Yes. It's like they almost like in front of my eyes. Did you see something?
No,
No.
it was more auditory for me.
Oh, I did have
A ringing?
yes, almost like a mechanical type ringing in my ears.
It's high pitched.
Yes, like a whistling. Just kind of disturbing.
I wonder if we've been manipulated in some way.
Well, from my research and from what Vicar said, they can alter memories. She warned me, and
That's ironic. That's cool.
we don't know what the fuck is going on
That's
with
cool,
you right
yeah.
now. So
Well, that one clearly has some
I don't know.
issues. Both the sisters seem a little.
Yes, but the one that I thought was a little more wild seems to be the cool-headed one right now.
Could I narrate my downtime activities, Todd?
You absolutely may.
Okay, so
Are you both done?
For the time, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna clear some stress, and in doing so, I kind of sit where I've always been sitting, and my attention, though no one can really tell, as I see mainly darkness, but like there's like pulses of blue that follow the heartbeats of those around me. So I'm focused on a familiar heartbeat, and all you hear emanating from the darkness is it's unclear if they can hear this. This is more so me connecting to whatever God is listening. And I don't know if anyone can hear it, but it's not exclaimed to them. It's more just to out in the universe. But you hear, Sari got religion. Vicar got burned. Sari drains a pigeon. Vicar stays spurned. Sari stays pretty. Amelia yearns.
Could we hear that?
I would say that was out loud, correct?
It's murmured.
It's murmured. Okay.
So maybe not 100%.
Why don't you go ahead and make an instinct roll for me? And
Could I make an instinct roll on
Are we
this?
all making an instinct?
I would say you could all make an instinct roll on this, but I'm going to count hope and fear in these and narrate appropriately. So you decide if
I'm
you.
definitely rolling
Okay.
for this.
I mean,
I'm not.
Okay.
I think
I would have been
I would
listening
have been
over
in my
there.
space, maybe talking with you.
It's a 14 with hope.
Okay. Mark a hope for yourself. Anyone else rolling for this?
No.
This lean is still embedded in conversation, yet clocks that there's something happening. We're cell by cell, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's a sense that weird staring off into the corner.
We also have like cat.
Oh, shit.
Is that a crit?
Crit, baby.
Okay.
Eric on the first crit.
First crit.
Who gets-
Somebody got a boon on
I
that
know.
one,
I know
think.
somebody won that because I
Yeah.
saw that Eric was up for first crit.
Oh my god.
So this is really an eye opener for you, because first of all, you are more than curious and a little suspicious about Vicar's transformation into Amelia. But now that you kind of hear this, for lack of a better words, poetic chant, one that's filled with a kind of, is it rage? Is it longing? Is it a way to talk herself down from the situation she's in? You have just started to become comfortable with these two sisters in this party. everything is now upended for you. You have a much more naturalistic kind of, I should say, you have a much more natural kind of caution around people given your background. And this throws that into a bit of a tailspin for you.
Puffy tail.
Huh?
Puffy tail.
Yeah, boom, right? On high alert, puffy tail. Don't forget to erase the stress and mark a hope.
Do I hear anything in return?
Do you hear anything in return?
Mm-hmm.
What are you attempting to hear?
I'm communing to anyone who's listening.
Yeah. It's difficult. This is a charged situation. You're deep underground.
Mm-hmm.
You have had difficulty communicating with your god recently. Some of the communications that you've noticed that Ceridwen has been making as well have sort of tainted the atmosphere a little bit.
I'm not trying to commune with my god specifically.
No, I know.
Okay.
But
Hypocrite.
did you want to say anything in response to your hearing that? Because you are close. You could communicate.
Look at him, Dexter, and say, did you hear any of that? It sounded like a festering.
I just hear grunting, growling.
Excuse me for a moment.
Oh, sure. By all means. I just go back to my notes.
Did I hear that too with the 14?
So I was just about to get to you. On the 14, yes, you also heard that. But for you, the experience is a little bit different because you sort of have a confidence in the fact that you're a twin with Vicar. And even though you hear some of the malice that's present in what's being said, the hope side of things gives you a little bit of comfort in that it sounds like Vicar's still in there. Vicar understands the connection to you, even if right now it is skewed towards a kind of darkness.
Yeah.
So
I probably would assume that it's just something awakened Amelia in whatever she was showed, and I should just wait her out until the morning when she usually always turns back.
yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, so we can move into our morning.
Before that,
Yeah.
Isleen kind of saddles up to the side of the wall, closer to the gate, that is closer to Amelia, getting closer to the mumbling and the... Are you repeating this over and over again, or is this just one time?
It comes and goes. It's not predictable.
So Isleen reaches the paw through the gate and just scratches the edge of your gate with a claw.
Tickle the edge of your hand.
Tickling.
I pull back. So
You actually didn't hear movement for me to do that. I just was in reach already.
but I felt it.
You felt it, yeah.
And withdrew, but still trying to engage with you. Amelia, is it?
Yes.
So it seems that both of you sisters have considerable sides to each other. Almost like two coins with two sides flipping through the air, intertwined with each other. Does this happen to you often?
I've been Amelia since the last time I saw my mother.
Well, I've never met Amelia before today, and we've been with each other for a few days now.
I don't believe you, Kitty.
Well, kitties are truthful, if not obstinate. Perhaps some time resting and will allow you to calm yourself a little. But I'd be interested to see what you heard and saw in that trench.
What trench? What are you talking about?
The thing, the
pit.
the pit that we
The
were in with the
memory
memory.
Oh,
wall.
okay.
Yeah.
And you hear the deep breathing kind of continue.
You should rest. We should all rest.
We should all rest.
All right. Sleep takes you. I'm going to spend a fear. I'm going to spend 1 in Dexor.
No.
Mother! No.
No.
In Dexor, it's rare that you experience dreams. But as you shut yourself down for the night, you finish with your research, you're thinking a lot about everything that happened in the ritual, what it means, the face on that being that you saw, and you drift off into sleep. And a doorway opens in your mind, and that sort of image progression turns itself on. In your subconscious, you see some things go by. 1, you see docks in an ocean. You see water lapping against rocks. You see clouds passing by. You hear the gulls overhead. It's calm, it's serene. You turn your back on the ocean and walk through the streets of the city of Amakora, which you are familiar with, possibly going to the research center and the library to take in another day. Except the street is blocked as you're walking. It's heaped waist high in metal debris and junk. The cast-offs of failed experiments just like you're used to seeing in that city. Ones like yourself. There in front of you is the body of an automaton, wrecked, ripped apart, like almost burned. Almost beyond recognition. You reach down, instinctively put a hand on it just to sort of maybe inspect it, maybe take some notes from it, maybe understand it better. And your finger glides across the remains of what almost looks to be letters stamped into the body of this. They're almost all gone, like the body's dented and burned and charred. But there are 3 letters that you can make out, separated by char marks. They're not successive, they're across what was once a longer word. It's in the sort of just above the back hip and what appears to be an identification plate on the back of the automaton. And the letters are O, U, and A. Sorry, did I get that right? Oh, no, sorry. O, U, and U. I'm gonna spend another fear.
Fucking hell.
There are more dreams that come in this situation. Kriya.
Leave me alone.
You're falling asleep, nervous from the day, shaken, trying to shake off some of the events. Before drifting off to sleep, you see Chardin being held by the guard, knife at their throat. You see the density and solidity of stone all around you sometimes when you're passing through walls. A moment of comfort for you, but also a moment of total isolation and seclusion, one that is almost claustrophobic. Sleep takes you. As you drift off, the space is opened up into something much more enjoyable, much more cheerful, and oddly you're at a table. A banquet table, a long banquet table, possibly even able to seat 10. Not something you're typically used to. Instinctively, you know in these seats around you are people you know. there are your party members. You know that Thisleen is at the table. You know that Indexor and Vicar and Ceridwen are at the table. You know that the other seats are filled as well. But as you glance around and attempt to make eye contact or recognize the face of each one, it smears like wet ink on wet paper, and it blurs, and the positive identity of that person is almost muted or gone. Also, weirdly, in the other seats at this massive banquet table, the ones that are not taken up by your companions, there are stone statues in each of them. Again, when you look at the faces, they smear. The statues are in a variety of positions, all seated, all staring, but you're unable to really connect with them.
It's terrifying.
And then we wake up.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
You can mark the points for your long rest and all that you endured there, and you wake to guards approaching.
Oh, we're
A lot of them.
really
Are you?
quick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use one of my prayer dice to give myself the hope equal to it. Just
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Just so everybody knows.
When I look across the cell, what do I see?
Yeah. What do we see there?
You see a creature about 10 feet large, with antlers sticking out of its crown, white fur all over its body, claws on its hands and feet, and a veil over its blue eyes. In the same position it was in last night.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed.
Okay.
Jesus. You're full on fear.
What?
You're full on fear.
I'm full on fear.
You get it for long rest.
For the long rest.
Oh, that's right.
Thanks, Garrett.
Is there homework, teacher?
Almost forgot.
Yeah, do we have homework tonight?
Do I? Yeah, right? You're that kid.
That's what they just said.
Perfect. Now, the guards arrive, approach the cells, pikes in hand, cautiously looking around the corner into Vicar's cell.
Good morning.
The one takes a step back. I see nothing's changed here.
No, it usually does.
You've been given an expedited court hearing due to some of the circumstances, and frankly, we're not really looking forward to taking any more risks with you.
No.
So we figured we better move this along. Your court date will be this morning.
Cool.
Gather your senses. Wake yourselves. You may have something to eat, and with that you do hear a cart coming down the hall. When you finish this meal, we will actually take you to the hearing room, where a hearing will be conducted. My advice to you is to respect the elders. No trickery. No sinking into the floor. And I am not sure how much control you have over that.
Is it meat?
Are you giving her meat for breakfast?
That can be arranged.
Yeah. Yep.
If something can be done with that, I highly advise that that's...
I'm not gonna lie to you. Is it? Have you always come out of it in the morning? Every time? This has never happened before. She'll go to sleep in this form and then wake up back in her regular form. This has never happened. Whatever happened during that process must have done something to her. Okay? This is not her fault.
Well,
This is the fault of whatever process she was put through.
I will say that our process has never once before produced something like this.
Well,
Needless to say, or regardless, I should say, of any of that, breakfast is served. Take some time to eat, and then we'll be moving you to the hearing room.
thank you.
And with that, the the larger guard who's got the cart kind of ambles over and begins taking out these large wooden plates that are heaped with a variety of foods. They actually look amazing. So there's a lot of potatoes. There is some breakfast meat. You're not sure what that meat is made out of, but it is clearly some kind of flesh that has been seared and cooked with one claw. Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys are spending some time with the
Priya's
meal.
gonna scarf it down because she couldn't eat last night.
I would just like to say, Kriya, you notice that the pustules that were growing on you have all of a sudden grown significantly.
No.
That's disgusting.
No.
The pustules that were growing on Vicar are currently gone.
Festering inside somewhere.
Yeah.
They're somewhere else.
How is that situation?
How is what situation?
The eggs
Oh yeah, my eggs.
Oh yeah, 'cause
that
I
we
got-
don't
I
that
got
we don't know
eggs,
about,
too.
that we're not,
I got
But is
eggs.
that wound okay?
The wound is still sort of. Remember, you healed it, and
Yeah.
you kind of covered it up.
Yeah, we kind of sealed it up.
So there's no change in that
Cool.
right now. So nothing.
But she's oozing.
Yeah.
Her pustules have gotten to be about the size of a 3-inch sphere. They have a translucency to them still. There is
I hate
definitely a section on the top edge of it that is just split slightly. So it is now all of a sudden producing some kind of secretion that leaks out onto
Ew.
your arm.
Ew, ew, ew.
And I got eggs as well.
We don't know
Yes, but you're unaware of that, and there's no change with that. So,
Yay.
Yay.
So what would happen if I popped them?
Yes.
That's the right
do
question.
you want to pop it?
Oh
I
boy.
kind of want to pop. I would
You
finish
just
my
ate.
food. I would.
Yeah, you just ate.
Yeah.
I love that Ron.
Describe to me how you want to
Yeah.
pop it.
Of course, Ron's a supporter.
Fizlin's
So-
licking their plate, by the way, and kind of sees you looking at
I'm like in the
these.
corner, like fiddling with it. They gave us utensils for breakfast.
Yes.
What did we get? Like a spork?
The utensils are of a fragile wooden utensil. They don't look. In other words, they're made so that they can't be used as a weapon, but they're sturdy enough to be used to eat food.
It's like a tool.
Yeah, they're a
Like-
tool.
So
okay.
they're like those recycled forks. That
Yeah.
You get.
Yeah, the ones that always break when you're eating.
Yes.
So I'm gonna go to the one that's already leaking because it's
Ew.
already partway there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
God.
kind of like when you have a pimple that's gonna fucking burst, I'm gonna take the little pointy part of one of the tools and at like the very base of the pustule where it kind of connects with the skin, I want to make a little like prick point, like, you know what I mean? Like pull that up
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of like compress it.
I will say
And I
that.
would go like this, so like anything that drips out is gonna go on the floor.
Ew, ew,
Okay.
ew, 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 ew.
You know, it's funny because on a few occasions, you've sort of put your fingers around this thing and felt it at the base, right? Because there's a different hardness consistency in the pustule than the skin around the pustule. So it creates like
He's
this.
gonna die.
It creates like this. There's like a nodule in there. It's hard, but when you touch it, there's also a very obvious internal pressure and warmth. So there's a heat almost emanating from it, almost like an infection would have.
Does it throb?
It does have a slight
Like a heartbeat, like
like
you
a
feel-
pulsation.
okay.
Yes,
It's
yes.
got a kernel inside of it.
Like a yes, exactly,
Stop.
exactly. Like if a radish were under the skin, right, and like just below the skin. The pressure, however, especially when you put the wooden fork, spoon, spork thing into that space, as you begin to sort of pry on it, it does all of a sudden dislodge a reasonable amount of the secretions inside, and they drip out on the floor. But when they hit, they're almost like a pudding. They're very thick. They're like
Stop.
What is he
Stop,
doing?
you got me at pudding. Just,
This is foul.
What are we doing here,
Smells.
man?
Visline can
I can't smell.
it.
I can't
it-
smell.
no, it's
Wait,
across
I am
the
not in my
cell.
spirit form. Can I smell it?
Yes, it has a smell.
Visline is visibly disturbed
Yeah,
and,
it's
and is
Ew,
intensely
ew, ew,
clocking
ew,
what's
ew.
going on.
I want to try to drain the whole
so.
pustule.
Well, one of the things that's really kind of terrifying to you about this is you have a memory recall, and memory is going to be a fairly visceral thing when you're down with the Molvok people, because you've just gone through this ritual. Memory is now sort of on your mind. And so you recall a time when there was this very, very large, unfortunate man who sort of was in
this going?
the town that you grew up in, who used to ask people for help, and it was very difficult. You had empathy for him, right? But he had some problems, and there were these nodules on his feet that had this smell to them, and
Ew.
there is a similar smell to what you're prying out of this thing, and it's actually starting to sort of fill up your cell. It's awful. Do you want to try and pop it all the way?
That is ravaging my nostrils.
you want it, don't you?
No.
Does it hurt really, really bad?
There is a bit of pain associated with it.
But
It's
is
a
it a
combination.
good pain?
Wow.
Like, is it that
Let's talk
satisfaction?
about this.
Is it the satisfaction you get
Does it come
from
in safe
popping
word?
something?
It feels like that might be there. Like it's one of those types of pains that you probably want to increase until it hits its threshold, just because you want to get it out.
Oh, you're like
Edging the
addicted.
pain.
You're like a crack fiend
I would
right
probably want to drain it out.
Wow.
Okay,
It's
this
already
is something.
splattered.
We're
on
about to leave the
floor.
cell anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna drain this shit out.
While they're
All right. So
eating.
you grab
They
a hold.
finished.
You grab a hold of this thing, noticing that you have this extra discharge comes out of it with the spork. So you grab the thing with your hand by the bottom and just begin to squeeze. And with that, it's just like it tears along the top and ruptures, and out comes a mixture of this like pudding consistency, yellow, white, creamy liquid. And then you see this other thing
Ew.
in it.
Kernel.
And what might have been this kernel, this hard nodule, unravels inside of your cell, and there is this segmented vermin-like worm that's about 4 or 5
Oh my god, kill it!
inches in length and really fat around the middle. The end of this thing, you see it open up, and it's just all these little teeth. And
Kill
it's just
it.
like,
What is going on?
and it begins immediately moving towards you, moving right
I
through
want
the
to like stomp on it, like.
Make an attack roll.
Does anyone have a jar?
beacon.
No,
What?
save it.
Bolt beacon.
Bolt beacon.
Save it.
I would like to cast Bolt Beacon. I'm in the fucking cell with this thing. I just watched this pus thing explode out of her.
watched the
I'm
whole
fucking
thing?
hitting it with light.
She goes to stomp. You're gonna fire bolt beacon. Go ahead and both make rolls for me.
Oh my god,
What
math.
the fucking Alien versus
Save
Predator is
it.
going on?
Any type of mod of anything, or just like flat roll?
Well, you're
Attack
just
roll,
basically
attack modifier.
making an unarmed attack. So add
Okay.
your strength modifier to it if you want to.
Cool. Okay.
I had a
19. Hope.
19 with hope. Mark a hope. What do you got?
I had a 19 with fear.
No
19 with
way!
fear.
No way!
I'm full of fear.
You're full.
Okay, so
So-
That's crazy.
you called your attack first. So I want you to make a damage roll for the foot stomp. I mean, I'm not sure how this
What
would
would
work
I
for an
roll?
unarmed strike. Would it be like D6 plus your
Probably
proficiency?
in the book.
Yeah, it's probably in the book.
I mean, just choose.
Wait,
I don't know.
Fuck it.
hold on.
Did
You
did
tell
my
me.
19 hit?
Your 19 hit, both hit. I was only doing Kriya's first because she mentioned it first, and then I was going to move to you.
Yes.
The fear would then turn the.
Ew, I got these fuckers in me. Kriya wants to like dissect her entire fucking arm after that shit.
You do have other ones on you.
So did we decide it's a 6?
Yeah, let's do a D6 plus your proficiency, which is what, +3 at level 2?
2.
2.
+2.
It was a 5.
A 5. Okay, so You stomp down on this thing, and you do kind of actually see it momentarily compress, pushing its organs to the front and back, but it doesn't do enough to actually pierce it. So you do actually do damage to it, though.
What the fuck is this thing?
Go ahead and roll damage for your bolt beacon.
Ha! 16.
Crit again?
What? Yeah, I critted again.
Oh my
How
god.
can you crit
Well,
again?
it's a damage crit.
Oh, that was the
It was
damage.
roll.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it was 16, 18.
18. Okay, so 18 is going to be severe. Tell me how bolt beacon destroys this thing.
Well, this lane is like full-blown arched, like the logo for the Energizer battery, like fucking just disgusted by this and aghast that this thing came to life out of this pustule and like just hisses forth at it and shoots this light straight down at it, and it goes right into that opening with all those little tendrils, and you can see the entire thing illuminate from the inside, and it just blasts out the back of it, and it just...
I have a question. When you cast spells, does it come out like a hairball, or does it come out of your hand?
That one came out like out of my hand.
Okay.
As this bolt beacon...
That's so cool.
I think it works. As this thing fires down the mouth of this thing, momentarily illuminating it before it tears open, what you wind up left with is these shreds of skin sort of left in
there
this pool of jelly. There are.
I want some of
What is wrong with you?
You can pull that.
I want some.
There's this little gelatinous mess on the floor that's kind of a mix between like an aspic from a dessert and a pudding. So
The pudding. I'm never gonna want to eat pudding again.
but the thing is dead. And
want
you
to eat-
immediately have this horrifying realization as
So
they're on you.
immediately, what's gonna happen?
Wait. Don't kill it.
It's already dead.
No, the next one.
Well, yeah, because Kriya's like wants the rest of them out of her body. Like she will like shred herself open to get them out.
Do you have a container?
You have
do
three
what?
on you
To
total, right?
I don't remember.
I believe it
think
was
so.
3.
So there's
that
two
was
left.
there's 2 left.
The shards? The
Is there just a gaping? Oh my god!
Bun Riri.
exploded.
Wow.
Thank
shit.
you. It says, "Oop, have to head out again." Damn, guys, the RP, all deserve a tip. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
live
Bun Bun.
and love to torment you all. And since Rich asked so nicely as always, amazing work.
Aw.
We love you,
Nicely
Bun
done.
Bun.
Thank you. Thank you. That was awesome.
You are the best.
That's
You are.
going to the collection of
We got to take a screenshot of
the
that.
collection of hurt, right?
Yes, that's going in the collection of her.
Bun Bun's gonna drop an army on us.
I know.
Oh my
right?
God.
It's coming. I
We're
have
gonna
a
get
feeling
full of worms.
Bun Bun's gonna be like maxed. I don't even know what max is.
Yeah, Bun Bun can buy like
There's
the
not. There's a
expensive
card
ones.
that has 67.
Stop it. Stop it.
I can't believe I just did that.
Todd, don't do
Put
that.
I can't.
Chat,
I
put that.
can't.
You lost all street
Put
cred.
that.
I
and
did.
play
It's
it
over
with
for
the
me.
class.
I'll be retiring this week. Sorry, Eric. Go ahead. Thisline, were you?
Oh my
on
god,
that?
how many Banes to instantly kill a PC?
Wow.
100.
Wait.
That's a low
Don't
ball.
say that.
That's a low ball.
That's Bun Riri might actually like go right in for that. Don't even mess around with that.
Listen,
One might have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kriya has one mission and one mission only.
How many boils does
can we get
Kriya
through this
have?
trial?
Kriya has 2 boils remaining.
I want to rip my boils open.
We need to
We have a meeting.
please collect one. Do you have a
Yeah,
jar?
if I
Do you
rip
have a
the
jar?
next one-
I don't have a jar.
I saw
What did your meats come in?
Ouch.
a pouch.
Can we put the meats in something else and put one of the worms in the pouch?
I would put them in my mouth normally, but I'm a little bit skeeved out
What
right
you
now.
hear
crazy
is the
freak in the
slow
other cell.
rolling of a jar over towards your cell as it kind of just clinks on the cell
The
gates.
crazy transformed thing just sent a jar over to us.
It broke the kind of talking, you hearing the jar rolling.
So you would rather collect this item for study.
Research.
I don't give a fuck what anybody does with the
Fucking hell,
worm,
man.
but I'm gonna get it out of my body.
Serdwin, did you have something you wanted to say?
Damage from poppage?
No? Okay. I couldn't tell if you wanted to move there or something. You have a jar.
We have a jar. I'm
gonna try and work alongside
All right.
Kriya
Okay.
to try and collect this.
We're
thing.
popping my boils.
Okay. So you have a jar.
I mean, she's
It's
got
a jar
it
of
down
a
on
lid.
how to pop it.
All right. So a jar with a lid.
It's the pierce and
Most of
squeeze.
these boils are right around the same size, so they have the same heat, the same sort of infectious quality about them, the same sort of on the verge of rupture,
I hate this so much.
skin pustule.
Okay, now I'm very interested in it. I'm like right
I'm
in
not
there.
touching you.
That's okay. You don't want my pus?
Oh gosh.
I would say that the jar is probably big enough to hold one of these.
Yeah.
So you'll have to decide what, if and what you're going to do with the other one, whether it stays in or whether it comes
No,
out.
it's coming out. I'm prying.
In our cell
We'll kill it.
while we're
Well,
locked
you
in.
guys killed
We
the
killed the
last one.
first
Just
one.
don't kill this one.
Oh, all right.
We
You
need
ready? Are we prepped? Because I'm digging.
I am holding the jar.
Okay.
I've got a job.
And- I gotta judge it. I gotta judge it.
Okay.
I have the lid in one hand.
I do the good old poke and like rummage it around in there like you're picking a
Ew,
lock.
I just can't
Put the
even listen
wide
to
mouth
this
of the
anymore.
jar over the boil.
And
probably
then
gonna get pus
almost
on
like
you, but I'm
milking a
going
cow.
to-
Ew.
I'm gonna
Ew.
squeeze.
I just can't. I can't.
You did this. You did this. Man.
I'm gonna do the good
Oh.
old squeeze and a little bit of like a put, like literally like you're milking a cow.
The
Oh
old.
my god.
You have to say milking a cow twice.
So
You're milking a boil.
I am milking the boil.
But the difference between this and milking a cow is if we could liken it to a cow for a
into
moment, imagine that the teat is
It's
clogged
clogged.
with cheese.
Yes.
And when you squeeze it, it has to first force the solid
I don't
matter
like you.
out.
There's PSI involved.
I don't like
in this. This
or
is,
we can
there's-
poke a couple holes in the top.
with
don't
Sounds
hurt
like a
it.
fucking
With-
Play-Doh extruder. Okay.
It's
Don't
like a
hurt it.
strainer.
Just
It's a
do it.
colander.
Just
I've made-
let's stop talking about it
Yeah.
and just do it.
All right, so
Okay.
after
Yeah,
after some
squeeze it.
effort with the jar in the right
Ay.
place and with all of the help that you have, you're able to just
You ready? I'm gonna aim. Or we should have the jar like.
It's right there,
okay,
right in front
okay.
of your boil. Your nasty, festering pustule
Okay.
with a rock inside of it that's gonna come out and try and eat
I
us.
hope it doesn't break the jar.
Oh, fuck. Like behind the jar. I kind of like move off to the side holding the jar.
All right.
you have the lid poised,
Yes.
ready to go, and as you sort of squeeze it, the initial sort of pop sends the clean sides of the jar, the
Fucking
clear glass,
vomit.
is sort of momentarily
Catch
sort
the
of just
pus.
like spattered with a kind
the
of
pus.
just, ejection. But
Good
as
job.
this thing erupts into the jar, you're quick on the move, and bam, you cap this thing.
Yes.
And inside,
It's just.
this thing is writhing. You can feel the jar like clicking around almost as the
That's
thing
like
is in
prize
there.
possession.
Every once in a while, the face of this thing slams against the glass of the jar, and you actually see it just kind of like this thing wants a piece of something. It wants out.
For the record, I do not
Roll for splash zone.
enjoy that. And it is dangerous.
We got one more.
I will take responsibility of this one, and I'm just gonna go off to the side, and I'm just gonna start.
It's his pet.
Enjoy,
Dexter's
this.
pet.
enjoy your pet
I just
parasite.
want you to whisper
You guys
to me
took
in my ear.
care of the other one really well. I think.
Given what you know,
Yeah,
and the
and-
experience that
yeah.
you have, you're able to extract the third one
Oh, you don't
and
want to act that one out too?
kill it.
No,
My
I'm
God,
good.
please,
I'm
no.
done hearing about
I want to
this.
move the story
Yeah.
forward.
Move on, dude.
I want to, and I
We
think
spent
I've
a lot
really.
of time on my 3
Go.
pustules.
Okay, so-
Watch
I'm-
Dr.
I'm-
Pimple Popper.
Bolt beacon at the ready, I guess.
Oh,
All right.
fucking
Whoa,
hell.
that's
then-
cool. If I actually likened one to never mind. I'm
Yep, yep.
coming back to this.
Oh, no.
All right.
You already
So,
did.
are we saying
No,
that all 3
no,
of them
the
are out at
eggs.
this
3 of them are
point?
out.
Fucking
You've
I
extracted.
would want to cover the like wounds with like a piece of cloth
Okay.
or something.
Yeah,
so
you're
that
able to
the dirt
bandage up.
doesn't
So
go
we
in.
were,
Okay.
we were able to dispatch the third one.
You were able to dispatch the third
Okay.
one. Yeah, this is a surprising turn
and I get
of
my
events.
teeth.
You get your what?
The
Your
teeth.
teeth. Yes, you pull the teeth from it. I'll say that you're able to get at least a dozen teeth from the 2 of them total. The guards
Cool.
return.
Before Thizline is trying very hard to keep themselves composed. But after going through that really disgusting moment, there's a bit of empathy. So Thizline is going to cast Healing Hands.
Oh.
And that is 9 plus 3.
You got it with your modifier.
Yeah, so that's a 15 with hope.
A 15 with hope.
Yes.
Okay.
So, I'm going to touch your shoulder, where they're very far away from this pustule boil
Okay.
nastiness. And I'm going to mark a stress to clear 2 hit points.
Woo!
But you probably don't have any hit points because we just got up out of a
But-
long rest. But my intention is to heal this.
Okay. That's not an issue at all for what you rolled
No
and
more
for what the
pus.
spell entails. Plus, I was initially going to have a hit point of damage that was taken for each of those that was opened up, but 3 hit points is a lot for what happened here. Plus, the roleplay was phenomenal. So
healed.
let's call it you're healed.
Let's go. No more pus. For now.
The guards return.
Do they just see like a pile of pudding?
There
in the
is this moment where 2 of them look at this thing on the floor of your cell and they're just kind of like, because there is a smell associated with it as well.
Can I get out of here? Can we go to this trial?
Your cells are
Please.
unlocked and they're actually pulling you out to actually take you to this hearing room.
Thizline pounces out of the room.
All right.
I don't acknowledge my sister as we exit our cages.
Which
Okay.
sucks because I'm clearly trying to get your attention.
I still have like a backpack, right?
You do.
Okay, I
You're
would have
putting
put
the
the
worm-
jar in the backpack.
Okay.
As so much I want to be carrying it in one hand and like studying it, I'm gonna hide it away.
Okay.
So
Okay. Got it. So you know it's there. You're aware of it. You can't wait to check this thing out. And every once in a while, you can feel the jar in your bag vibrate
Ooh.
or thump against your back because this thing is active.
Ew.
You begin to follow the guards down the halls on a trajectory you have not yet been. You've made several turns, and you're not sure where it is you're being taken.
Is
But
there,
it's
is there a marching order? Or
There can be if you'd like to have one.
Back.
Middle.
even though Thizline was very anxious to get out of that cage with the pudding, they try to maneuver closer to the other creature in the room.
Okay. So, wait, say that one more time?
Yeah, I want to get closer to Amelia.
Okay, so you're kind of like trying to hang back. Where are you, Amelia?
I'm in the
marching?
back.
You're in the back. There are 3 guards behind you with pikes, and so I will say that just in front of those 3 guards, we've got Amelia and we've got Thizline.
I'm right with her too.
Okay.
Creative
She's
feelings.
not really
She's
giving you,
ignoring me.
yeah, she's giving you the cold shoulder
Yeah.
as you're walking. It's kind of a somber walk. You're not sure. I mean, I'm going to be honest. The anxiety is high. Okay. I'm going to describe the room that you walk into.
Boom, boom, boom.
The hallway comes around a bend, and in front of you, you see an illuminated space. It's fairly large. It opens up into a cylindrical chamber. This cylinder is probably about 60 feet across. The hallway comes in to a balcony. That balcony runs around the entire circumference of the cylinder and looks down. As you approach and you sort of look off the edge of the railing down into this room, you notice that there are multiple layers, probably 10 in all, that go up above you, and 4 to 5 layers that go down below you. Each of these layers is lined with small chairs in some senses, and in other areas there are much more elaborate, larger stone chairs. The room is packed with people on every level, all looking down. You glance below and you notice that there is a proceeding area. In the proceeding area, you have 6 chairs all seated next to one another, and they all face this larger platform. And on the platform, there are already 5 elders seated. There are guards all the way around the back of the room. The energy in the space is electric, and as you all pass into the space, you hear the voices all begin to not only murmur, some of them boo, some of them chant, some of them yell. You turn left on this circumference, and just to the left of you, there is an opening in the wall. So you come into the room, around the circumference about 10 feet, and turn left to go back into the wall, and there is a staircase that winds down in a spiral around this room. Every once in a while, about every 15 feet on this staircase down, you pass by another entrance to the next layer down, until you've circled around it a number of times that you come out in the space. Now, in view of the more than 100 or more people that are in this space, everything erupts. You hear the hatred. You are not well liked in this space. Okay? The guards gesture to you to the 6 chairs that are there. Chardin immediately moves down. He's kind of like terrified. He sits down. It's like all eyes center down in this cylinder on you. The rest of you take your turns moving into these spaces and seat yourself. And with that, the elders stand up and they hold up their hands, and then the guards raise pikes, and you hear the murmur in the room come down significantly.
Okay.
The elders look at the party, and one of them speaks into this. There's a cone on the front of the desk that you didn't notice before. It rides off the end. It's almost made of like either carved stone or metal. It's got a rough texture to it. It goes down off the desk, rolls down to the floor, and then opens up into a horn-like form. And as he speaks into it, his sound is amplified into the space, and it rides up inside of this. These proceedings will be called to order. We are gathered here to seek out the truth in what happened to Brecknaw 2 days prior to today, and the guilt that this party faces and has admitted to will be judged and sentenced. You will have an opportunity for a fair trial. We believe in justice, and we feel that you have come to us honestly and openly with your crimes, and those will be weighed as well. You will each have a chance to speak and tell your stories. Those stories will be weighed against the memories that we have seen and extracted from you. We will have an opportunity for testimony from the family as well. The family will also be able to plead on what they believe the sentence should be.
So we're fucked.
The final decisions about sentencing will be rendered by the judges, however, in the spirit of the Molvok people. Diplomacy, justice, and hopefully your well-being. Do you have anything to say before we begin the proceedings?
We are not familiar with your judicial systems and procedures. How are we to adequately fare with our own defense?
That is a fair question. Would you prefer to have somebody who is familiar with the system advocate on your behalf? Somebody from the Molvok people, for example.
It seems logical, and you are people of logic, for us to have someone that could help us navigate these conversations and proceedings.
Perhaps if the rest of the party is amiable.
If they're unbiased.
This is true.
The three elders lean into the table and begin talking amongst themselves. The clamor in the room begins to climb a little bit as the voices sort of all begin to speak, probably talking about your request. The elders take about 2 to 3 minutes as they're talking about this. One of them gestures to the guard. The guard comes over, and the guard quickly disappears behind a door. He's gone for about 3 or 4 minutes as the elders sit there sort of contemplating this. But that the door is thrown open again and the guard comes in, and with him is Volmore.
What a rat.
We have procured somebody that's familiar with the situation so that you could be fairly represented.
But it's biased.
Volmore, are you willing to represent this party, advocate for them, translate our law, and help them receive a fair trial, despite whatever might be in your mind or in your heart about the events that happened? We're not looking for you to pass judgment or for you to ascertain the guilt of the party, but to merely function as a legal advocate, someone who can translate our way to them. Are you willing to do that? Volmore sort of makes eye contact with all of you, looking around the room. Momentarily, Ceridwen pauses on you. Then Thisleen. I will. Very good, then. Volmore, take a seat, and one of the guards all of a sudden brings over a chair, places it next to the 5 of you, or 6 of you. So there's now 7 chairs in there. Let the proceedings begin. He turns to the other 2 elders, and he's like, proceed with the chant. And with that, they begin, 2 of them stand up, and they begin this sort of like vocalized chant out into space, and the whole entire group of people, over 100 of them above you, in unison, begin this prayer that's echoing down through the space. Volmore leans over to you and says, it's a purification prayer. They do this to sort of symbolically eradicate the bias. As you look around, you notice that on the floor just above the proceedings, there are several chairs. In one of those chairs is an older woman just sitting there. She's staring at Ceridwen. She just looks at you. Next to her is a young man who bears an odd, striking resemblance, younger than our boy, help me out.
The one who was murdered.
Breknar. Younger than him, but striking resemblance. They're sitting side by side. They're holding each other's hands. They both stare at you. The chanting continues for 2 or 3 minutes and then comes to a halt. With that, the proceedings begin. Now, this proceeding shall be called to order. First of all, I will allow for each of you to advocate on your own behalf. We would like an account of the events that happened that day and what happened to Breknar, and your justification for doing this. Ceridwen, you have said that the death blow fell on you.
Yes.
What say you?
Well, let me set up the circumstances. As you have seen, we're all from the, or at least I am from the surface, but we came down here to investigate whatever is going on with this giant gash that is opening up in the world, and potentially to root out its cause. Well, we suspect that there are evil magical origins. Our time down here has not been easy. We have been attacked countless times. We have not been safe for a single moment. We have seen terrifying things, including, but not limited to, the Blight Father, a massive being of smoke and tentacles. From what I could see, it literally sucked the life force out of a woman before our eyes, just before we found the door into this place. We hope to come in and maybe honestly, I was thinking that this would be some sort of lair for the Blight Father. And we heard people coming. We hid. They opened the door. Now, we haven't had a kind greeting except for this fellow right here. We've been attacked every time we've met somebody down here. And so they called to sound the alarms. My colleague grabbed the one person but did not aim to harm them, just so that we could try to talk to them. The other takes a swing at my friend and draws blood. And as a reaction in defense of my friend, I meant certainly to harm, but not at all to kill. My attack hit the most sensitive area that I could have, not intentionally, and it killed him. And I regret that it happened that way.
As you say that, the clamor inside of the space begins to rise. You actually hear the stomping of feet on the floor inside of a protest to the fact that you said, "And I killed him." Do any of the other party members dispute this account or have a different account of what happened? Would you care to add anything?
Don't look at me, I wasn't there.
If I may, just one more thing. I'm not proud of the fact that I did, but I'm going to look directly to that woman who I presume is the mother. But you deserve that I at least own my mistake. Face the music instead of cowering. Here's my truth. And you may do whatever you see fit with it.
The proceedings continue. I'm going to bounce out of this for 1 second to say that Warriors has given 5 boons, 1 to each of you, so you may swap a hope and a fear die. So keep that close.
Pretty cool.
You're going to need that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Warriors.
Warriors.
You might save our life.
All right. So, Saradwin, after your sort of earnest testimonial, and the rest of the parties sort of either backing you up on that or not changing that story, or the silence that followed, the one elder turns and looks behind him up over the top of the wall there to see the 2 seated relatives of Brecknaw. And excuse me. Breckmolfa, Breckmaw's mother. Would you care to address the court with your... And you see her get up, and she disappears inside the wall, circles her way down the stairs, and comes into the room, takes a seat right next to the elders up top. There's a seat to the side of them. And she sits down, and she says... She begins, first of all, sort of fighting back some tears. You can see that she's upset. Brecknaw was the eldest of my 2 sons. He served this family well. He was a good brother to Brecknaw, his younger brother, a mentor to him. It's hard enough losing one son, and knowing that in order for Brecknaw to have the elder rights in this family, the ritual that he now has to go through and risk his life, that I now have the potential to lose 2 sons, goes beyond my comprehension. And for what? I would like to add to this court that, according to this testimonial, it's my belief that the party of adventurers, despite their good intentions, entered this sacred city without an invitation, something that we deem to be, at its root, illegal. We don't bring strangers here. And despite their defense, which I do understand, Oragriel has been a protected city for centuries. This trespass alone would have been met with imprisonment. And here we are deciding the fate of a group of adventurers. Why? Because we were invaded by some unknown force, some unknown cut in the earth that happened to get in our way? Keep your heads about you, all of you. Oragriel has been invaded on two fronts, one by this Gash and one by this party of adventurers, and now I suffer. My family suffers. My other son might suffer. I seek the death penalty for this party.
God damn.
I rest my case. She gets up, hobbles back into the wall, and disappears inside.
This leans to Volman and asks, what is this trial her now only son must face?
So, in Morka, in Molvok tradition, the eldest son is named the elder of the family. He understands that he will take over the roles of the man in the family. The younger son functions as mentee, but never will be in that role. He will always be subservient to that. Should something happen to the older brother, there is a trial that he can face, and that trial involves going outside city walls, which often results in death because of how we're treated on the outside world. Outside the city walls now could mean going out into that gas. She's worried about that, obviously.
Thizleen stands takes a step towards the elders, and then kneels. Says, with your permission, I would like to address these proceedings and speak in our defense again, and consider an offer.
Be heard.
The small time that we've been here, we've been able to understand more about your culture. It was never our intention to disrespect or invade your culture. We found our way into this gash with the intent of hopefully trying to understand what is here. And hopefully, and upon seeing and engaging with all the evil that is out here, down here with you, alongside of you, potentially threatening you, we're working for the same result, to help to save our people, and in doing so, benefiting all of you. We risked ourselves not knowing what evils we would face, not knowing how much danger and how much death and utter depravity we would be seeing here. But yet we heard voices of those that we lost. We heard and saw people being taken and changed. And yet we continued to move forward to try to find the answers, to try to combat this villainy, this evil. Yes, we did make many mistakes. We invaded your space not knowing whether you were friend or foe, not knowing that this would be a assault on your culture of making our way through a door. We were completely bereft with fear after seeing all the things that we've seen in this gash. If there is any burden that we can shoulder, and looks up at the, well, she's
gone back up. She's just seating herself now.
If there's any burden that we can shoulder to the family in order to help right the grave misgivings that have happened, the loss of life was what we came here to protect and fight against. We would take this person on with us and shoulder their burden if you were so to allow us to continue to fight this evil. We would agree to never return to this place.
And to protect him.
Note that the accused has offered to share the burden of Brecknonen's transformation. While that's typically not allowed, and I can't necessarily give permission for that to happen, the suggestion is noted. Brecknonen, do you wish to testify in any way, shape, or form, or call out a preference for sentencing? He leans over the edge of the balcony and he looks down at you and scans all of you, seething, and he's like, I seek death! I seek death!
We're fucked.
I wasn't even there! I wasn't there!
He sits back down in his chair, like sort of like just seething with anger. Now, the proceedings are relatively short, and we are running out of time. So I'm going to propel this along just a little bit, because the elders do, at this point, break to sort of convene, make conversation with themselves, decide what the penalties should be here. Yes.
When they're deliberating, I kind of, who's our lawyer?
Volmore.
Volmore kind of feels like this hot presence come down to about his ear, and he gets like a tickle from the fur on him a little bit, and he just hears in his ear, is there such a thing as trial by combat?
No.
He leans over to you and he says, I have heard of such things before, but the Molvak people are a civilized people. We don't necessarily believe in more bloodshed for this, except for in the case where a death sentence is passed. Wait for your sentencing. See what is said. The elders are relatively flexible in how they accept tribute in these situations.
If they sentence us to death, you will play that card.
I'm not sure what that means. You mean I will suggest that you request a trial by combat? Is that right?
Yes.
Understood. I will do my best for you.
I'm going to retract.
Moments later, the elders reconvene at the table. The center elder asks for quiet through his megaphone, and the place quiets down, and he looks at all of you, and we have deliberated the stories along with the memories that we have extracted. You make a good case for yourselves, and these are unprecedented times in that we face another threat from the east. We understand that you are desperate to help your own kind, and that perhaps it was in fact an accident that happened here. However, you've already admitted your guilt. This is not about whether or not you are guilty of the crime. We know that you are guilty of the crime. This is about how to right the crime, how to pay for what you've done. Is death a fair and just way of answering for that? Not to take 6 lives for the price of 1? No. Take 1 life for the price of 1 life? Perhaps. However, it is my turn to speak at this point. We have an alternative possibility in this. 2 of the elders in this 3 voted for this. 1 did not. There were 2 options on the table. This one received 2 of the 3 votes. The other one received only 1. The one that failed was death to one party member, which we would allow you to choose. Unfortunately, that was met with a little bit of resistance because apparently some of the members of the council are a little on the soft side. However, we have voted on the shrift of borrowed flesh for you, Saradwin.
What does that mean?
The shrift of borrowed flesh. You will undergo a ritual, one that is not necessarily a guarantee, where you will bear the memory of your victim for the rest of your days. We will implant those memories through physical graft of the victim's physiology, for lack of a better word, into your own. Now, this comes at a fairly high cost to some degree. It will complicate things for you at first until you learn to sort of grow and understand it. There will be a psychic burden of this memory for you. But you will have implanted in you his memories. You will understand who he was. You will live with the death of him. Should you choose to reject this, you will die. Do we make ourselves clear?
Yes.
And so with that, the chanting begins to rise again in the chamber as the other two surrounding elders next to him begin to raise their hands. Two of the elders actually get up from behind them. There's a second group of them sitting behind them. They come around. They take you by the arms and they gesture for you to stand. And they begin to lead you around in front of the rest of the group. They stand you in front of the group. Moments later, two guards come in with a large cart. There's a burlap form on top of that cart. And they wheel that in and set that down next to you.
Oh my god.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, man. Let's keep going, man.
What the fuck?
10 more minutes, Mom. Come on.
That was an
That
insane
is
session.
so fucked.
What the heck?
What is that called?
What is what called? The shrift
shrift
of
of-
borrowed flesh.
The shrift.
The shrift of borrowed flesh.
It's absolutely absurd.
Oh, wait till we actually perform it.
Yeah.
If we perform it.
Okay.
All right, so good job tonight. I want to thank Saturn for all the technical work. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you, Saturn.
And next week, same time. Now, I will say we're without the technical support of Saturn next week. So I'm going to have to run all these complicated scene changes while I GM.
Ooh,
Lame.
we have a Halloween episode.
But it's not Halloween
It's
yet.
too early.
It's too early for
Well,
Halloween.
maybe
We'll talk about that later.
Alright.
Okay. So, anyway, thank you, everybody. First of all, thank you for your endless support. Thank you for... Thank you for participating in Boons and Banes. Thank you for talking in the Discord channel all week long about things. You guys make this such a vibrant and wonderful community, and we're so thankful to have you. So keep it up. Can't wait to see you next week, and we'll talk to you all soon. We
Hell
love you
yeah.
guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Take care.